Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 IPF World Classic and Equipped Masters Powerlifting Championships from St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. My name is Robert King, and I have the pleasure of doing commentary today with Arlene Van Diep. Arlene, how are you doing today?
Van Diepen.
Van Diepen, my apologies. I even have it written in front of me, and I told her that my memory is so bad. Van Diepen is that we had a little chat yesterday. You did a great job doing MC.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's nice to be right in the action.
So you're going to be in the action again now today, just in a little bit different way. So I look forward to having some fun with you and watching some of these big men lift all the heavyweights.
It's going to be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. So coming up today in the Masters 1 division, we have the 105 kilo, 120 kilo, and the 120 plus kilo. So we are going to see some big weights being lifted, and we're going to start this off with Quinten Vandermee. I'm very sorry, Quinten, from South Africa with 180 kilos on the bar for his opening attempt. He has a squat PR of 200 kilos, so this should be a good opening attempt. We'll see how this one goes for him here, Arlene. And let's see what the referees have to say. That's a good attempt there, for that gets him on the board.
Yeah, very smooth, very smooth.
And we'll see when the replays start coming up now in a few minutes. But while we wait for that, next up we have Yoichi Sasaki from Japan with a 195 kilo opener. Yoichi has been 215 pound PR, so this should be well under his best here. So going to open a little lighter, get on the bar, and the bar is loaded, so let's see how this attempt goes. Coming out, bowing to the bar, showing respect. That's one thing that you'll notice with Team Japan. They are a very respectful lifting team. Generally, they bow when they come out, and then they bow afterwards. Let's see how this attempt goes now for Yoichi. Taking his time, very slow and patient setup. Gets that squat command. Easy opening attempt. Arlene, what do you think?
Looks pretty good. Let's see what the judges say. 2-1, good lift.
Take that any day. A little close, but 2-1, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we'll take that.
So, Arlene, are you enjoying Newfoundland? Have you been here before?
I've been here a few times before. We took a drive out to the country yesterday and had some wonderful fish fry at Wanda Lewis's house. So
awesome.
It was amazing.
Awesome. Wanda had a great day. I've known Wanda for a long time, and it's great to see her walk away with a medal at the World Championships. Next up, we have Richard Loricourt from France, 230 kilos on the bar. His squat PR is 245, so he's well under his PR, and his job is as a soldier. So let's see how this 230 kilo attempt goes for Richard.
He's addressing that bar.
Oh yeah, he seems to be aggressive, hey, versus the previous lifter from Japan who was so calm, and everybody has their lifting style.
Absolutely.
I don't know, Arlene. What do you think?
A little shaky.
Yeah, a little high maybe too?
Yeah, a little high.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get it next time.
Yeah, a little high in depth. Sometimes, especially on opening attempts on squat, you don't want to come out like too ampy or too aggressive. You just want to kind of get that first one on the board and get the nerves out. Sometimes that doesn't work in your favor. So hopefully he will make an adjustment and come back and get that one on his second.
I think he'll have it.
Hopefully, yeah. You're missing a squat open. I'm sure you've probably missed a squat open or two in your life. I have. And
it's not nice.
No, you definitely. It's much better to get your first one on the board and have some fun. And now coming up next is Anthony McGleggan from Ireland. Anthony coming out kind of laid back with a smile. So complete different mannerisms from the previous lifter. But let's see how this attempt of 235 for Anthony goes. There's absolutely no question on depth on that one.
Very solid opener. Let's see what they say. 3 white lights, that's awesome.
Yeah, those
good start.
Depth for days on that one. Let's have a look at the replay here, Arlene. I mean, yeah.
Room to spare.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to go any deeper. It'll end up probably going to China. Next up, we have Scott Simon from Great Britain. 245 kilos on the bar. showing a 275 kilo personal best. So opening with a good attempt here. Just wants to come out and get that on the board. Representing Team Great Britain, who have a strong lifting team here this week at the Masters World Championships.
Walkout is strong.
Yeah, looking good. I think it's a good attempt, Arlene.
I think so. Let's see.
Yeah. And that's, what you want to see for an opening attempt.
Absolutely.
Come out and just...
It's good to see. It's good to get those nerves out and get on the board.
Yeah, come out, get your depth, stand back up, get on the board, and then you can start to open up a little bit. That was a really good lift for him. Next up, we have Karel Rada from Chechnya. 255 kilos on the bar.
25 kg below his squat PB.
Yeah, so he should be a pretty good opening attempt here for him. So we'll see how this goes. It's very cool to see so many different countries coming all the way to Newfoundland, Canada for this Masters World Championships. We are very honored to have so many different countries represented here this week. Let's see this attempt now for Karel.
Bit of work.
Bit of work. I think the depth is good. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see on his next one if he has that same squatting style. Some people are a little faster than others, some are a little more grindy, so we'll see how his next attempt goes. Next up is the heaviest open in this category, L.S. McLean, opening up with 292.5 from Team USA. I've been following L.S. for a long time. A very, very accomplished lifter. Let's see how his numbers and attempts go today. He's pretty strong on all three.
Bar is loaded McLean.
If 320 is his PB, so he'll be careful on this one, and
yeah,
he'll
he's
get it in there.
Smart lifters are going to make the proper attempts working with the coaches.
Yeah.
Got a big bench as well, so let's see how this 292.5 goes for LS. Ooh.
Bit of work there.
Yeah, I think that one got a little heavier than he expected.
3 white lights.
But he showed good composure there,
Yeah.
sticking with it. That's a bit of experience there, not panicking under pressure.
Sometimes with an opening lift, when you want to make the depth, you're a little bit more careful on your technique. So then, so we'll see how the next one goes.
Yeah, he showed his experience there of sticking with that lift.
Absolutely.
We are back to top of the order. It's going to be a fast flight with 7 lifters. So those big boys are not going to get a big lot of rest time with only 1 minute, basically, give or take for each attempt. That's if they max out the clock. So you're going to see that things are going to go pretty fast and furious here, and we'll see if these big boys can keep their conditioning going a little bit as this squat session goes on. Let's see how this goes for Quentin van der Merwe for 200 kilos.
That looks pretty nice.
I agree with you there. Let's see what the referee said. Yep.
Good lift.
job.
That was his squat PB as well, so.
That's great to see. Let's see now what he puts on for his next attempt.
Exactly.
Next up is Yoichi Sasaki from Japan, 205 kilos on the bar. His last one looked good, 2-to-1 on depth, which is you'll take any day, but they're going to be looking for it now on this attempt. Again, as we were saying a little bit earlier, it's interesting to see the kind of like the personality and the kind of temperament of each lifter and how they approach the bar. Yoichi being very calm, and then basically the next lifter coming up being a little bit more aggressive.
Yep.
Let's see how Yoichi's attempt of 205 kilos goes here today.
Strong walkout.
Yeah, looking good. The walkout's half the battle. Let's see how this 205 goes.
Fought through that. See what they say. That's great.
Yeah,
Another good lift.
Yeah, and three whites on this one, so cleaned it up a little bit from his previous attempt. 3 whites walking off the platform with confidence. We'll see now where he jumps for his next one. That was a good lift. Next up, we have Richard Loricourt from France. Missed his opening attempt at 230. Making a smart attempt to take it again, going 230. Let's see now if he can probably just drop this one a little bit deeper so he can get on the board. Doesn't want to come out and miss this attempt and then go into his third. So let's hope that Richard can make a little adjustment here on this one.
Yeah, he's revved up for this one, so
yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
He's looking a little calmer already compared to his last one. Last one he was a little rushy on the setup and a little rushy on the platform. He's already at 30 seconds in, so he's taking a bit more time, which is great. Let's see how this attempt of 230 goes for Richard. He's fired up.
He is fired up.
Oh,
no lift.
Yeah, so kind of like what we were saying a second ago, you know, don't want to be going out to your third attempt. So for anybody who's maybe a little bit new to powerlifting, you have to make one of each disciplines. You have to make one of each attempt. So you have to make at least one squat, at least one bench press, at least one deadlift, or you will be disqualified and you'll what they call bombing out from the competition. So he needs to get this one on the board on his next attempt in order to get a total. If he does bomb, and let's hope that he doesn't, he still has the opportunity to medal in the bench press and medal in the deadlift, but he cannot register a total. So let's hope he gets his next attempt. Next up, we have Anthony McGleggan from Ireland, jumping 20 kilos, 235 to 255. Let's see how this goes for Anthony. Ooh, Arlene, I think that looked good.
Oh yeah, that is a strong
Big
lift.
smile.
3 white lights. That was a beautiful lift.
Yeah, well done, Anthony. And a shout out to Team Ireland. Was doing live stream last night, and every competition I've been to internationally, Team Ireland is always bringing the energy and the support. The Irish have an amazing community, and being in Newfoundland, we have a lot of Irish history, so we'd love to welcome Team Ireland here to Newfoundland. Let's see Scott Simon next with 260 kilos. This will move Scott temporarily into second place with a 260 kilo, which is still underneath his listed PR of 275. So let's see this attempt of 260. Slow and steady, a little sticky in the middle, but still hung in there.
I think so, yeah.
3 whites.
3 whites, yeah. It was a great lift.
He's doing a good job making the attempts, getting whites on the board.
A little hesitant on the walkout. You know, but then when he stood under the bar, he stood strong before he started his squats, so that's what it's all about. Let the weight settle in.
And as you know, the walkout sometimes is half the battle. You know, the setup and the walkout especially, it's not just the squat, it's the setup and the walkout.
Absolutely.
Let's see how this attempt now goes for Kirill Rada from Chechnya. 265. This will move him currently into second place. Has his job listed as a joiner. He has a PR of 280. So let's see him take this 265 for a ride. Showing good composure.
Yep, sticking with it.
What do you think, Arlene?
I think it's a good one.
Good call, good call. Good to see him get on the board. So far we're seeing lots of green on the board, except for that the lifter from France, Loricourt. So good to see the lifters making their attempts, getting those screens on the board. Now next up is LS McLean from Team USA. Jumping 5 from 292.5 to 297.5, so 5 kilos up from his last one, which surprisingly looked heavy.
Still well below his squat PB, so hopefully he'll be able to be strong with this one.
Walking out with a big smile.
Oh yeah, nice to see.
Yeah. Let's see now if he can clean this one up a little bit from his last one. I know he's a very good lifter, so I'm sure he'll just improve his technique or tension a little bit. Let's go, LS, 297.5.
Good job for the spotters.
Oh, we don't want to see that, but the
Yeah.
spotters, like you just said,
Oh,
did
yeah.
a great job. I
Yeah.
mean, almost 300 kilos on the bar.
Yeah. Very experienced group of lifters there on the platform now.
And, you know,
for spotting.
again, you know, without the spotters and loaders, we would not have a competition. So a real shout out and a thank you to the spotters and loaders today and all week for doing a wonderful job. They've done it's been so professional on the platform. They've been changing the plates and doing a great job spotting. You know, overall the team has done
It's
fantastic.
The volunteers here in Newfoundland are just
Bar none,
phenomenal.
excellent, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. And they're looking after us, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's so nice. I mean, Newfoundlanders are kind of known for their hospitality, and at this event, like you just said, you know, Arlene, it's been top notch for anything volunteer-wise. Has been bar none. Excellent. Let's see Yoichi Sasaki from Japan now up for his third attempt. 210 on the bar. Last two squats have looked really good. Let's hope he can take this one now and go 3 for 3 on squats. Well, that one.
I think that was
Wow.
his best one.
Yeah. Wow. Well done, Luigi. I don't know what he did between his second and his third there. Maybe some ammonia or something, but
that was amazing. That was so smooth. That's just exactly what you want to see.
Wow.
You'd expect to see that for an opener.
Yeah.
But man, that for your third attempt, that was amazing.
wow. Maybe he kind of like took the brakes off a little bit on that one, but
Yeah.
whatever he did a great job.
Yep.
Well done, Luigi. Next up, we have Quinton Vandermeer. And I'm sorry for butchering your name, Quinton. 215 on the bar. This is going to be a big squat PR for him. Showing a squat PR of 200 kilos. All the way from South Africa. Long trip to get to hear from South Africa. I've been there a few times. Arlene, have you been to South Africa?
I was scheduled to go for the Worlds in 2020, but you know what
I
happened.
do know what happened. I was scheduled to go with you. Let's see how this attempt goes for Quinton. Oh, just a little bit too much. Great heart, though.
Yeah, he fought for that.
But he went for it. All right, next up,
Okay.
this is a big one. Richard Loricourt from France, and Team France is having a great showing here all week. You know, the Team France has a very strong powerlifting team. Let's hope that Richard is able to come out and just get this one a little deeper. He needs this to stay in the meet.
He does. He does. It's not nice to come all this way and train for so long, and then, as you say, like not get your lifts. So let's just get behind him here, and hopefully he'll make it.
The crowd is bringing some noise and bringing some energy. Come on now, Richard. Need this one to stay in the competition and to register a total. The squats have looked strong, just a little short on depth. So, you know, get out there and you got nothing to lose on this one. If you cut it short and come back up, you're not going to get it anyway, so.
He wants it.
All right, let's see what the referees have
He
to say
fought through
here.
that.
Oh, let's see the replay here, Arlene, and see what we can see. You know, I'm glad I'm not in the chair. That's a hard one for Richard, but like I said earlier, you know, he can medal in the bench press, he can medal in the deadlift, he just sadly cannot register a total. Next up, Scott Simon from Great Britain, 267.5 on the bar, jumping 7.5 more. This will move him from third in the squat to second.
Still below his PB, so hopefully he'll send this one as well.
It's not about hitting PRs at the
Nope.
World Championships, it's
Nope.
about making the attempts you need to make.
For your team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's a different.
Let's see his attempts. Yeah, let's see what the referees think of this one. Yeah, so really quickly, Arlene, let's talk about that for a second. I was talking with a friend of mine in the volunteer room downstairs, and he didn't know about the team aspect of the sport. You know, even though it's one person lifting on the platform, it is a team event.
It is absolutely a team event, and if the team doesn't need you to lift a certain amount of weight, the strategy is that they will put on the bar what what the team needs.
Exactly, and basically the higher you place, the more points you get, and then all of these points then contribute to the overall standing for, say, the Masters 1 division, the Masters 2, the Masters 3. So, you know, it's not just about going for PRs, it's about making attempts, building your total, and also then getting team points. Let's see how this attempt goes for Anthony McGregor from Ireland. 270. Got away from him a little bit, but he showed good composure there.
Yeah. That was a good lift.
Yeah.
That was 2.5 kg above his personal best, I should say, you know, but it's all about the team, and he struggled with that one for a little bit. He went forward a little bit, but then he corrected it.
Yeah, he kind of like lost his positioning a little bit, but he did a good job of sticking with the lift, you know. Big man. See right there, kind of a little bit, the bar rolls on him a bit, but
then you can correct it.
yeah, he did a great job.
Yep.
3 for 3 on squats. Now we're moving next to Kirill Rada from Chechnya. 270. This will move him from 4th in the squat to 3rd position, jumping 5 kilos. The squats have been looking good so far. This will get him a bronze medal in the squat. He's going to want to make this attempt. Grinding through. Well done. That's going to get him a bronze medal in the squat. Bit of hardware. Next up, we have LS McLean. Last squat of this 105 kilo division. Let's see now if LS is jumping 5, which is pretty interesting. Last one, you know, it didn't look like a technical mistake. It just seemed to be too heavy.
Yeah.
But he's a very experienced lifter. Let's see if he can make an adjustment here now and come back and get this one. 302.5.
Sometimes I've heard lifters say that, you know, they need to feel the weight on the back, you know,
and
then they tend to be able to make the lift more so than a lighter
Definitely.
one.
Oh, he's just timing out.
Oh, he's timing out.
So he put it in. Basically, that's going to give everybody a minute rest for the next flight coming up anyway. So probably doesn't need to take this one. Yeah, got his 292.5, got his gold.
Exactly.
So, you know, just smart attempts. You don't need to always take an attempt. And if you've got the gold medal locked up, and he's already looking at the scoreboard, he's already going to pull ahead just based on the opening attempts that are put in. So if he basically makes his openers, I don't see anybody catching him. So
yeah, and then you if you don't need it, you save the strength for the especially for the deadlift.
Yep, exactly. And you know, these big guys and that fast flight, you know, it's okay to pass, right? You don't have to take your shots. You just be selective about when you take them.
And I was just thinking about the lifter from France who didn't get a lift for the squats. This is when you go in the back and you have to, as an experienced athlete, you have to psych yourself up to be ready to compete for the rest of the and don't let what happens, you have to let it go.
Yes, without a doubt. You know, it's definitely very difficult to do. However, once an attempt is done, you can't do anything about it. You have to focus on the next attempt that's in front of you. The best lifters are able to do this, so let's hope that he's able to put those squats behind him, come out and maybe take a shot at medaling in the bench press or the deadlift. As we move in now to the 120 kilo division with Kenneth Cameron, Team USA, 235 on the bar.
This is 10 kg over his personal best.
Yeah,
so,
let's see how this goes.
His walkout is strong.
He's looking ready to go. Looking strong, Arlene.
Amazing.
I think that's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good lift, and as an opener should be. So
yeah, get on the board and then kind of go from there, you know. Next up, we have Jonathan Macias from Team Mexico. It's good to see so many people here from Team Mexico coming up to Newfoundland. I hope you guys don't find it too cold here compared to being in Mexico. And we will see how this opening attempt of 235 goes for Jonathan.
Very calm lifter, approaching the bar.
Now I'm not going to lie, I'm a little jealous of that hair game that Jonathan's got going on. A little jealous. Let's see how his squat attempt goes of 235 kilos.
And referees say, not quite deep enough on that one.
Nope, three reds all depth, so needs a little bit more. Let's have a look at the replay here, Arlene. Yeah, you can definitely see in the replay he needs a little bit more.
Yeah. But he's got the strength, so
Yeah.
you know, I mean, another little bit, and then he'll have it. He's got the strength to do it. So
Next up, we have Olof Arvidsson from Sweden, 235 kilos on the bar. He's a system developer. This is going to be 10 kilos under his listed PR of 245, representing Team Sweden, and all week, and just like almost every World Championships, Team Sweden showing a great, talented pool of lifters and some skilled powerlifting. So let's see this attempt from Olof at 235 kilos. A little hard for an opener, Arlene, but
And they say, all the white lights.
yep.
white lights.
Hey, on the board.
Yep, very solid ascent. He just kept on going, steadily going.
He's a tall man too, you know, so he's got a long way to go. We'll see if that that height maybe works to his advantage. And he looks like a giant up there, and I know a couple of those guys that are spotting. They're not small men, so good attempt. Next up, we have Timothy Mercer from Team USA, 247.5 on the bar.
Bar is loaded.
And I just gave a shout out to Team Sweden. I have to give a shout out to Team USA.
Absolutely.
Every competition,
Yeah.
they're coming in with a stacked, strong team, you know.
Yeah.
Fist bumping all the spotters and loaders. Love it. Let's go, Timothy.
Timothy was on the mic for emceeing here one of the sessions that I was sitting beside him. So he's,
Oh, yeah?
oh yeah, he's a knowledgeable guy in the game. So yeah.
Oh yes,
Lots of
that's
fun.
right. Yes. Now I like it. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Wow. So a man of many talents on the platform and doing the commentary, or doing the. Let's see. Woof. Wow.
That was fast.
I had to stop speaking for a second because otherwise we would have missed the squat.
And 2-1, it's gonna
Oh yeah, yeah.
250 kilos.
Let's see the replay here. It
Yeah.
goes pretty quick.
After smell, skin, then power, then skills.
Well, that looked like a 75 kilo squat. That man has a lot of power.
Yeah.
Bar is loaded. Snell, Canada.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. Canada's.
Next up,
Coming
Steve
up.
Snell. Yeah, there was nobody from Team Canada in the previous flight, but we've got Steve Snell coming up now, Team Canada, 250 kilos on the bar. Fellow teammate of ours, Arlene.
Yep. Strong man. See how he does with this opener. Very solid walkout.
Lots of speed. Let's see what the referees say. Yeah, well, take that.
Yep. That's all you need.
Gets him on the board. Next up,
Sore canvas, skin.
one of the legends in powerlifting, CPU powerlifting, Ryan Stinn, coming up, co-owner of Inner Strength with a 270 kilo open. Ryan's also going to be competing in the equipped powerlifting coming up on Saturday.
Bar is loaded. Skin, Canada.
Let's see how this 270 kilo opening attempt goes for Ryan. Very experienced lifter, just aging up now into the Masters division. The only good thing about getting older is that you get to move up to the Masters, which people think is going to get easier as you get older, but it doesn't. Let's see how this attempt of 270 now goes for Ryan.
Settling under the bar.
He's a big man, got those
Yeah.
racks in, give him some space to. Easy squat. Let's see what the referees have to
And
say.
here it is.
Oh,
Three, up.
yeah.
Ryan's always close. That's one thing about a lot of his squatting is he's close. No issues on strength, so we'll see now if he can.
Here from Spain.
He'll correct that
Yeah.
and come out and nail it. Just like he always does.
Yeah, he's a very experienced lifter, calm under pressure. So let's hope he can make an adjustment here on this next one. And then now next up we have Colin Power from Ireland, 280 kilos on the bar.
Bar is loaded, Power.
He has his job listed as a gym instructor. So let's see this attempt from Colin, Team Ireland again, showing some support.
He's another tall gentleman.
Yeah, hey, like
head and shoulders over the spotters and loaders.
I know all the guys up spotting, all friends, and one of them's a teammate, and then world champion, meet director Jeff Butts up there.
Yeah.
So they've got a great spotting and loading team there today. Let's see how this opening attempt of 280 goes for Colin.
Nice and smooth. Let's see what the referees have to say.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good attempt.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. Wonderful to see.
Next up, we have Ryan Stills from the U.S. Virgin Islands. I've been following Ryan for a while now on Instagram, and he's a very strong man. 295 on the bar. He's strong across all three, but his squat is pretty amazing. So let's see how this 295 for Ryan goes, representing U.S. Virgin Islands.
It's a great group here from the U.S. Virgin Islands as well.
Yeah, big time. Hey, good point there. Yeah. We just saw Kim in the previous session, you know, walking away with a world record and a world championship, and I've met a few people from Team USVI. So let's see how Ryan's attempt here goes now of 295 kilos.
You can hear Rick's giving him some
walking him through. Yeah.
Big voice, big man, big lifter.
Gets that squat command.
Looking good.
Strong.
And referees say no lift.
A little high in depth. I know he's been dealing with a quad injury as well, so hopefully he's able to make an adjustment and come back and just get a shade more depth there. Looking at the replay, it's definitely close, so we will see what the referees...
As we've been saying, the strength is there, so it just has to make that little bit of a correction, then away they go.
Next up, we have, I'm going to do my best with this name, Danielle Jesus. Jesus, thank you for the correction. Jesus from Spain. Big attempt, 340 kilos. Big man, big attempt. Team Spain being represented well here at the World Championships. He's a big boy.
He is a big man, yeah. Hands are outside the...
340 kilos walking it out. Yeah. The bar is banded on his back. Almost got away from him, but let's see if he's got his depth. Wow. The heaviest opening squat and gets 3 white lights, so that's a great squat for him. Let's have a look at this replay here, Arlene. Yep. Often you'll see some of those big men, and the bigger women have trouble finding their depth, but with that one, he took his time.
Yeah, he took his time, and it gets to the point where you can feel it. He went down slow and steady, and he could feel it, and then away he goes. Big squat. That puts him in a good place now for squats, moving into seconds. Next up now, we are back to top of the order with Jonathan Macias from Team Mexico. He missed this attempt. Let's see him take another attempt at this now. Yeah, he had the strength before. It was just the depth he was missing. So hopefully he made that correction in back, and away we go. Oh, look at that. Hopefully.
Strong squat. I mean, lots of power there. Yeah. He's going to be happy with that one now. He might be able to open up a little bit more now on his third attempt.
Yeah, that's the thing. They regroup out back, and they know what they have to do, and so they're athletes. They come out and do what they have to do.
The bar is loaded for Olof Arvidsson, Sweden, 247.5 kilo on the bar. This will give him a 2.5 kilo PR and move him temporarily into 3rd place in the squat. And you never know what can happen in powerlifting, especially with the big men. People miss. So if you can jump up a position, take it while you can. And we'll see how this 247.5 for Olaf goes here now.
He's got an interesting way of addressing the bar. He does some jumping and some shaking of the hands
Yeah.
and quads and glutes just to get loosened up a little bit more, and under the bar he goes.
Well, let's see this attempt now for Olaf. Long way to go, grinding it out.
It is.
Oh, wow.
Stayed with it.
Wow, well done, Olaf. I mean, I don't think there would have been 1 more kilo there for that attempt.
No, I don't think so. He worked for every bit of that one. It'll be interesting now to see what his final attempt is going to be. But man, he had to work for that
Yeah,
one.
that was not an easy one. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but look at that. He kept going.
Yeah.
He kept going, shaking.
I mean, sometimes...
It's a bit of a sticking point.
we'll see now
Yeah.
what he does in his next one. Maybe he takes it, maybe he passes. So we'll see what him and the coaches think. I mean, you got to take your shots. He's going to want to keep building his total. I mean, let's see what he does for his next one. But in the meantime, we have Kenneth Cameron coming up from Team USA, jumping 15 kilos, 235 to 250. Very calm walkout. Looking strong. Let's see what they say
What they
here.
have to say with the depth.
And
Yeah.
they say 2 white is the left.
2 to
You'll take
1.
it.
Yep.
2 to 1.
Nothing wrong with 2 to 1.
Nope.
Next up, Steve Snell from Team Canada. Got his opening attempt. Jumping to gun jump 5 kilos more. 255. And the bar is loaded for Steve Snell.
A lot of lifters you'll find they'll get the one red light on the side because their hips tend to shift, and one side tends to be higher than the other.
That's right. It's pretty common, actually.
Yeah,
huh?
it is. I know.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so if you get a 2 to 1, you'll take that anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see now how the second attempt goes for Steve Snell with 255 kilos. Boom.
Ooh, wow. Look
Strong
at
and fast.
that. That's fast.
Let's see what the referees
Yep.
say.
White, 3 white lights, beautiful
Yeah.
lift. He is fast. That's a fast squat.
Yeah, it's always interesting to watch the different lifting techniques,
Mm-hmm.
of course, of all 3 lifts, but in the squat of how some people squat fast, some squat slow. It's finding what works for you, but the less time that you can give those referees to eyeball your depth sometimes, it works in your advantage. And I think it was a Louis Simmons quote, faster down, faster up. So let's see how this attempt goes for Timothy Mercer from Team USA.
Timothy's all fired up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love this guy. Let's go, Timothy. Team USA, 260-2.5 on the bar.
Digging that bar into his back. Nice and solid.
Boom, another fast squat.
Yeah, another fast one.
Wow, yeah.
3 white lights.
Yeah.
3 white lights. That's awesome.
Well done. He's showing some fast and strong squats here today. All right, next up now we're back to Ryan Stinn, 270 kilos on the bar. Last one looked pretty easy, Arlene, but
Just didn't have the depth.
yeah, it needs a shade more.
Yeah, he probably worked on that out back, and it'll be. I just figure he'll nail it this time.
Yeah, he's been in this in this driver's seat position before more than
Absolutely.
once. So let's hope that he can make an adjustment here and come out and get this 270. Let's go, Ryan.
Yeah, crowd's behind him, so
Ryan, co-owner of Inner Strength Products with Rhea, the one and only Rhea Stinn. So let's see now how Ryan's attempt of 270 goes.
strong setup. So
Yeah, let's go, Ryan. Let's see what the referees have to say.
There we go.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
He'll take that.
Yeah, Ryan is on the board.
Well done, Ryan. Let's see the replay here and have a look. Yeah, you can see that little dip at the end there, Arlene. That's the difference. And one thing about the World Championships when it comes to the referee calls is there are no gimmies at the World Championships when it comes to attempts. These referees are... A good attempt has to be a good attempt.
That's right. This is the top game.
Yeah.
This is it.
Next up, Ryan Stills. Ryan also missed his open. We got 2 back-to-back Ryans, 2 missed opens. Let's see how Ryan Stills from USVI goes with his 295.
Ryan Stin was 295.
Yeah, so different weight classes, but same attempts.
Exactly. So
Both missed on depth. Let's hope that Ryan Stills is able to make a little adjustment here, find another half inch or so.
yep, that's all he needs.
Gets the squat command.
Oh God.
Strong squat.
Yeah, very strong.
Let's-
Yeah, that's a very good lift. Very good lift.
Well done,
Strong.
Ryan. Yep.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes these the bigger boys especially come out, and the lifters just got to kind of find what the referees are looking for. You know, sometimes they just know, okay, I need a little more. You know, so great adjustment there from Ryan Stills, getting on the board. We'll probably see him open up a little bit more now on his third that he's on the board. And we are up next with Colin Power, Team Ireland, 297.5 kilos. This will move him from second temporarily into first place in the squat in the 120 class. So let's see if he can come out and make this attempt.
Taking his time.
Yeah.
Under the bar.
You have 1 minute, isn't it, I believe,
That
Arlene?
is
1
right,
minute
1
from
minute
then
to
they
get
say
your
the bar is
start.
loaded.
Yeah. So he's using his time well. I couldn't see if he got depth there, but anyway.
We'll have to
See
see what the
what they have to
referees say.
Oh,
2 to 1, so we've got a blue 2 and we've got a red 1. So we've got a depth on one side and I believe probably a little bit of up and down or a lockout. Yeah, maybe knees at the top.
yeah, might have been. Might have been.
Let's see if we can replay here again. A little shifty in the hips, but that doesn't matter. Maybe the knees, maybe the bit of wobble, but they saw something, so hopefully he'll make a little adjustment on his next one. Next up is Jesus. I got it right this time. Jesus from Spain, 360 kilo on the bar. And we see Gaston overturned it.
They overturned
So
it,
the jury
yeah.
overturned the lift for being a good lift, and Team Ireland is going crazy. Gaston on the jury all agreed that that lift was a good lift, so good attempt for Team Ireland.
Yeah, you'll see that happen sometimes. You know, a lifter will have no lift with referees, and then the juries, what they see from a different angle, they overturn it. So it's lots of celebration.
Always good when it's overturned in a positive manner.
Exactly.
A good lift versus no lift. Let's see this attempt now for Jesus, 360 kilos on the bar. Big man, last squat looked good. The bar is bending.
The bar is low too.
Yeah. Wow, he has found his depth, he has found his squat. Top of the thirds, and real quick, Arlene, let's talk about the 3 commands in the squat. There are 3 commands that the referees are going to give. If you'd like to maybe explain them.
Sure, you're going to, the first thing you're going to get is the squat, and what they're looking for is for you to be erect, your knees are locked, and then you will get your squat, and then when you come up, it'll be rack. So
Yep,
it's
2. My mistake, 2. It's been a long week. I'm like, well, why is it 3? Yeah, I'm already thinking about bench presses.
Yeah,
2.
no.
You swear it was my first time, right? My first rodeo in powerlifting. Two in the squat, 3 in the bench press, and 1 in the deadlift. We definitely need some more coffee. Next up, we have Jonathan Macias from Mexico. 235, missed his opening attempt, came back and got it on his second. Now on his third, he's jumping 10 kilos. Squat looks strong. Made an adjustment on his second. Let's see now if he's able to get his third. Yeah, let's see what the referee's saying now in depth. Well done. So a good adjustment after his open. I might have to break out that IPF rule book and start reading if there's 2 commands in the squat or 3.
You're just trying to put the rookie.
What day is it again? It's been a busy week here, and we still have more to go at the IPF 2022 Classic and Equipped Masters World Championships in St. John's, Newfoundland. Next up, Olaf Arvidsson from Sweden. 255. He's going to let this one time out. So, Arlene, maybe you want to take a second and explain what's going on when somebody decides to time out and they don't take their attempt.
Well, they put their attempt in as if they're going to take for it, and then for whatever reason they decide not to, and then the clock will wind down for the full minute, and then it gives the next lifter a bit more time to rest, because I mean these are very fast sessions, so it's a good move. Some people will just scratch; they'll just say not put in a lift, and then the clock keeps going to the next lifter. But sometimes they just let the clock wind down, and it just sort of gives the next lifter a bit more time. And
yeah, and there's a time to scratch, you know, but at the World Championships with a small flight like this for the big boys, every second counts. So he's going to basically just let that one time out, and then they'll go into the next lifter. And next up, all right, Kenneth Cameron, 260 kilos on the bar from Team USA. He's having a good day in squatting. Made his first, made his second. He'll want to come out now and hit this third so he can keep building that total.
Bar is loaded, Cameron, USA.
According to prognosis, for opening attempts, he is in the running for 3rd place. So he won't medal in the squat, but he is in the shot maybe for the overall. So every kilo matters.
exactly.
And, you know, you want to go into bench press and deadlifts with as many kilos as you can. So let's see how this 260 now goes for Kenneth.
He's working on for that.
Yeah, showing some good composure and sticking with that lift. Let's see what the referee says. Well done.
There you go.
All right, 262.5 kilos.
I love seeing how these lifters, you know, they're struggling a bit, but they stick with it. And
Yeah.
that comes from just lots of time spent in the gym, eh?
Yeah, time under the bar, experience, pressure, you know, like. Next up, Steve Snell from Team Canada, currently in 3rd in the squat in the 120 plus kilo class. 260.25, representing the home country here at the World Championships. It's a pretty fast squatter, so try not to blink, you might miss it. Gets the squat command. Boom.
Look pretty good from here, but the referees will tell us.
Oh, 2-1.
3-1.
2-1.
Yeah, the referees had to watch fast on that one because there was a fast squat.
Didn't get the depth.
Look at the replay here. Wow, you know, jeez. You know, look good to me, but I'm not in the chair. You know,
No.
we're not in the chair.
No, we're not in the chair. They have the best vantage point. And they've got the experience. So
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it's just it's a tough game. But you know, sometimes I find, well, for myself, if when I first started to squat, I was a fast squatter. I was a dive bomber, as they say, and then I tended to lose my
Tension, lose
my
control a bit.
tension,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to slow things down.
Yeah, it's definitely, and you know, you have to find what works for you. And oftentimes, over time, things may change. Your squatting and lifting style may change and adapt. So we will see now Timothy, again, another fast squatter coming up.
Yes.
He's made both attempts so far, jumping 10 kilos on this one. I'll give him a little 2.5 kilo PR. And 3rd in the squat, yeah. Strong squat, big smile. Let's see what the referees say.
No lift.
2 to
More
1.
work on that one
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. He wanted it. He wanted it. Next time.
Yeah, good squat. I mean, just a shade, you know. And again, like with the pretty small flight, these guys are not getting quite the rest they're probably used to. But he did a great job of making that attempt. Just needed a little more, but he still walks away with a
Big
bronze
smile.
medal in the squat.
Yeah. And a big smile.
Yeah. Let's see now. Ryan jumping 15 kilos to 285 kilos.
He's ranked second.
Coming out pretty calm, getting a little fired up. He wants to get this one to keep building that total.
Yeah, that's right. He wants these kilos.
He's already got the silver medal in the squat, but he's going to want to get those kilos as much as he can moving into overall. Now let's see how this 285 goes for Ryan.
Strong.
Yeah,
Strong
I think the
looking
referees are going to say it's a good one.
I think so. I think no.
No, 2
lift,
to 1.
Yeah.
Well, he got one on the board, still got his medal, still got a total so far.
See the Canadian coach over at the jury.
Yeah,
table.
going for a chat.
Yeah. If there's, in these instances, when there's one white light and there's 2 red, then the coach can make an appeal. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And in that situation, all the jury, the 3 of them, have to agree. The one cannot think differently. So 3 have to agree. 5-man jury, it can go 3 to 2. But in this situation, Garrett made a good call in going up and trying to have a conversation, but the jury was just saying no. I've had to walk up to the jury a good few many times, and let me tell you, you gotta walk up with a calm composure, looking like you know what you're gonna say to them, and you can kind of read them sometimes, but Garrett did a good job, as he's been doing a great job all week. As we move into Ryan Still's third attempt, 310 kilos. His last squat looks strong. He's on the board. This is going to move him from second place to first place. Same squat as Power from Ireland. Let's see if he gets this one here. Stills is lighter as well.
Looks strong, but now did he get the depth?
Let's see what the referees say.
Yeah,
Well, there you go. He'll take that one. Well done, Ryan. After missing the opening attempt, he's made some good adjustments to come back and make them.
Yeah, he's pretty happy with that one.
Yeah. Next up, Colin Power, 310. And because Ryan got that attempt, basically Colin had put in the same attempt, so they were both at 310. But where Ryan is the lighter lifter, he will get the gold medal. And as well, Ryan has lot number in his favor as well. So Colin's going to make this one. It will not move him up in the medal position, but it will give him another 12.5 kilos on his total going into the overall.
Getting locked in there under the bar.
Yeah, he's got a nice mixture of kind of like calm but intensity at the same time. You know, he's loading up that gun, getting it ready to fire. 310 on the bar for Colin. Let's go now, Colin.
He's fighting for it.
That was well done.
3 white lights.
Yeah, let's see that replay here again if we can. That was, wow. I think maybe on his last squat we might have said that there wasn't any more kilos there, and he came out and, all right, next up we have Jesus Daniel Prieto. And we are going to get to watch a world record attempt for Team Spain. 365.5 on the bar, Arlene.
Yeah, these are always exciting to see.
Oh,
The
yeah.
crowd always gets behind it pretty good. We love seeing those.
So we have a world record attempt coming up here for Jesus. Prieto from Spain, 365.5 on the bar, going for a world record attempt here at the Masters World Championships in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. Jesus, a big man, taking a 365.5 for a ride. World record attempt. Let's go, Jesus. Team Spain gets the squat command. Gets it moving. The coach is pumped. Stands it up with a big smile. What do you think, Arlene?
Oh, I'm telling you, that was an awesome.
Lift is good. World record attempt for Jesus from Team Spain. Walking away with a gold medal in the squat and a world record attempt as he gives a big hug to the spotters and loaners. Woo! Congratulations, Jesus and Team Spain. Some great lifting here, Arlene, in the squats for the big men.
Oh, it was an exciting session. You could see his coach down low waiting to see if they got the depth, and then she just screamed and screamed, and she screamed him up.
Oh, it was some incredible lifting. Great to finish this flight of squats with a world record attempt for Jesus from Team Spain. We are going to take a 10-minute break, and we will move into the bench presses. We've got lots of lifting ahead, so stay tuned. And we are back at the 2022 IPF World Classic and Equipped Masters World Championships here in St. John's, Newfoundland. Arlene Van Diepen and Coach Robert King here, and we are moving into the bench presses with the opening attempt from Quinton Vandermeer, 110, and again Quinton, I'm sorry, 110 kilo on the bar for his opening attempt as we move into the bench press.
We just finished an interesting squat session, so I don't expect anything different for the bench press.
Yeah, bench pressing should be fun. I think I was actually just talking to a few of the spotter and loaders real quick, and they were breathing a big breath of relief that the squats were done.
Yeah.
We saw some big squats, and those guys do an amazing job. As we see Quinton set up here now with 110 kilos on the bar from Team South Africa. Noted, thank you. Okay, let's see what the referees have to say about that. Good job. And real quick, we have a moment. We'd like to give a quick thank to our sponsors of Inner Strength, the NLPA, the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador, A7 Sports, LACO, CPU, SPD, Rogue, Bull, and we are having a great time at the Masters World Championships. My name is Robert King. I'm from the hometown here of Newfoundland, Canada. If you are enjoying this commentary, we would love to hear from you, and of course, we would love to hear if you're enjoying the lifting. I'm on Instagram at Coach Robert King. If you would like to connect and say hi, I would love to hear from you as we move into Yoichi Sasaki from Team Japan with a 115 kilo opening attempt. Arlene, one thing I've noticed over the years and the experience of lifting is Team Japan always has an incredible technique on the bench press.
Yeah, some of their lifters may not be that big, but man, they have such tremendous technique and they can move massive amounts of weight.
Technical mastery in the bench press from Team Japan. Let's see how this attempt goes for Yoichi Sasaki. Yeah. Good lift, pretty easy opening attempt there for Yoichi. Let's see where he goes from here. We are moving next to 145 from Richard Loricourt from France, 145 on the bar. Sadly, Richard did not get a squat on the board, so he is not going to register a total, and he is going to DQ, and as they say in powerlifting, he's going to bomb. However, he still has an opportunity, Arlene, to medal in the bench press and the deadlift.
Yeah, and as we were saying earlier, like a good athlete goes in back and pulls it together and then comes out and starts afresh for the next lift. So I think he's going to redeem himself here.
Yeah, got to come out now, hopefully get this opening attempt and get on the board on the bench press, get the nerves out, and then kind of let it go from there. Let's go here, Richard from Team France, taking a lift off here from John Smart, co-meet director, who was doing a great job all week. That's looking strong, and no lack of intensity again from Richard.
There you go.
Good
He's got
attempt.
3 white lights there, so he'll be relieved for that.
As we move into Karel Rada from Chechnya, 160 kilos on the bar. He is showing a bench press PR of 177.5. So we will see how this opening attempt goes for Carell.
Walking out with confidence.
Yeah, and you know, if you walk out and you're not confident, you're probably going to be in a bit of trouble already. So confidence is always good as you walk out to the platform. He had a great showing in squats. Let's see how things go now for him in the bench press.
Getting the handoff from John.
John's done many liftoffs in his days. Let's see how this attempt goes now for Carell. Good attempt, a little hard for an opener. Let's see what the referees have to say about this one. Well, on the board.
Yeah, on the board.
So one thing about the bench press, I'm sure, Arlene, as you know, it gets heavy pretty quick. You know, 2.5, 5 kilos can make a big difference. The bigger men can take those bigger jumps, but we'll see what Carell now does on his next one. As we move into Scott Simon from Great Britain, 185 kilos on the bar. From Great Britain, the Brits showing a strong team here. Some nice, wonderful people. I've been talking to a lot of lifters from Great Britain, and they're always some of the nicest people, Arlene.
Always a smile on their face, and always ready to cheer on their teammates and their competitors as well.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Let's see this attempt here for Scott, 185.
Very strong.
Yeah, so far we're seeing good opening attempts from everybody, making attempts, getting white lights, and getting on the board.
White lights, always good to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Always good to see.
As we move into, go ahead, Arlene.
No, just takes the pressure off.
Oh, yeah. As we move into Anthony McLegan, I hope I said that right, Anthony from Ireland, as the Team Ireland makes some energy for him. Coming out with a smile, talking to John.
Yeah. Ireland's behind him.
Yeah, a little smile. He had a great showing in the squats. And let's see how this opening attempt for him goes at 195. Gets the start command.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Look pretty good.
3 white lights. I don't think any question there as we watch the replay here, Arlene. I think that's a nice, smooth bench press.
Nice and steady on the chest.
Yeah, great attempt.
Yeah, get bar nice and steady on the chest, gets you the press command pretty quick.
And as I made the mistake earlier in the squat, there is how many commands in the bench press, Arlene? Maybe you can enlighten me to this.
There is 3. Once you are locked out with your arms, you'll get the start. And once that bar is motionless on the chest, you'll get the press. And then once you lock it out at the top, you will get the wrap.
When I get home after commentary, I'm going to have to break out that IPF rulebook and start rereading again as we go into LS McLean from Team USA. Big bench, 207.5 on the bar. Opening strong bench. The heaviest opening attempt in the 105 kilo class. Looking strong there, Arlene. Let's see if we get a replay here.
You can see that he sinks that bar into the chest, which is allowed. You know, it's just that if you use the chest to pump it up, then it's then it would be no lift. But sinking it into the chest, it's a good lift.
Yeah, we've seen a
Strong
couple of
lift.
lifters so far get called. I think the technical term for it is called heaving, I believe.
Heaving. You got it. Yes.
Heaving, which is basically
Yeah.
means the bar is not allowed to go back down once you get that press command. It can sink in as much
Yep.
as you want,
That's right.
but once you hear that press command, it is not allowed to go down anymore. As we move back into Yoichi Sasaki, attempt number 2. His opener looked very strong and smooth, taking 5 kilos more on his second attempt.
He's focused under the bar.
The Japanese lifters are always so calm and relaxed and kind of technical and methodical as we see Yoichi take this 120 kilo attempt.
Gets it out over the chest. Wow.
Gets that rack command. 3 white lights, Arlene. Some really nice bench press technique there.
Yeah, very slow, slower than some that you might see, but is very slow and controlled. The bar is steady on the chest, and he gets the press command pretty quick, and away he goes.
Great attempt for him. One thing that's interesting, he's got his knee sleeves on when he's bench pressing. Very interesting. You are allowed to use knee sleeves in the bench press. I don't know if they contribute too much, but maybe he's going to keep them on throughout the whole competition, maybe for deadlifts as well, so we will see. Whatever works for you as a lifter. As we move back to Quinton, attempt number 2, 125 on the bar. All the way from South Africa as we get ready for his attempt.
Very steady. Oh.
Long way to go, but he sticks with it. Let's see what the referees have to say. 3 white lights, maybe jump 2.5 more on his third. We will see, but good attempt for him, Arlene.
Yeah. And you can see on the way up that one side goes up more faster than the other, but as long as the bar doesn't come down, it's a good lift, and he kept pressing, and the other side caught up. You can see the angle in the bar there.
Great point. Yeah, it's allowed to come up uneven, and you're not allowed to kind of what they call inching, which is for like to lock out one side then the other, then back to the other, but it is allowed to come up uneven. 3 white lights for him. He's going to be happy with that attempt. As we are back to Richard Loracourt from France, who got his opening attempt on bench, which is great to see. We will see now how this 5 kilo jump goes for Richard. No lack of intensity from this guy.
No, that's for sure. Yeah, he's ready to eat that bar.
Let's see how this attempt of 150 goes for Richard Loracourt from France.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he's working it.
Just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But he is on the board and got one in, which is great to see. And one thing about powerlifting is, you want to have a lot of intensity and energy, but sometimes you can fatigue yourself by bringing a bit too much energy, a bit too much hype earlier on, especially in a fast session like this one.
Yeah, that came off the chest very quickly, and it was just that lockout that he couldn't get through.
And again, with 7 lifters, these guys are not getting much time between their attempts. In training especially, I'm sure these big men don't set their clock for 7 minutes between attempts. They're usually taking between 10 to 15 minutes probably between attempts at above 90% or so.
Exactly.
Quality attempts for the platform. So something to factor in when it comes to your attempt selection at the World Championships here. Let's see this attempt for Karel Rada from Chechnya. Just a bit too much for Karel.
Good catch by the spotters again.
If you are watching the live stream, if you could drop a comment in the live stream, we would love to hear from you. Drop a comment, tell us where you are from, tell us who you are cheering for. We would love to hear from you, and I'm going to be watching the comments here, so you can drop a comment below, and I'll do my best to have a comment back. My name is Robert King, and I'm here with Arlene Van Diepen in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada at the 2022 IPF World Classics and Equipped Masters Powerlifting Championships as we move into Scott Simon, 190 kilos on the bar.
Taking his time with this setup. Getting a good handoff from John.
Gets that start command. Smooth,
strong.
Yeah. And the lift is good. 3 white lights. As we move next to Anthony McLagan from Ireland, this guy always comes out, has a big smile on his face, great energy, looking like he's having a good time. Team Ireland showing their support. 202.5 on the bar for Anthony McLagan from Ireland. Let's see how this goes for him.
Great name.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, I like that.
It's interesting being here in Newfoundland. We have a big Irish history. We have a lot of British. So, if anybody is at the World Championships and heads down to George Street, you're probably going to meet a few people. And as they have a few more drinks and the accents start coming out, you can really find out. And sometimes people are, you'd swear they were from a different country, and they're only just from a different part of Newfoundland. So.
And great music.
Yeah, the excellent music. We're known for our live music as we watch Anthony McLagan take this 202.5 for a ride.
Wow.
Strong and smooth.
Beautiful.
And like we were saying earlier, You are allowed to sink into the chest. You're just not allowed to have that bar go down when you get the press command. And it's a good attempt. As we move into LS McLean, Team USA, 212.5 on the bar. LS got one squat on the board, but that was all he needed. He got one bench on the board, so we'll see now how this 5 kilo jump goes for LS, who also has been walking out with a big smile, bringing good energy here.
Yeah. Always has a word to say to the spotters and even to the referee.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the personalities, right?
Absolutely.
Like coming out, smiling, chatting, having a good time. 212.5 on the bar for LS McLean from Team USA, showing a listed PB of 217.5. So we'll see if this 212.5 is a good lift for him. That's a nice bench press.
Great leg drive to push that bar up.
Yeah, like almost like a spring, you know? He kind
Absolutely.
of coils up almost like a hydraulic spring. The bench press is not an upper body lift. It is a full body lift. Like you said, getting the legs and hips into it.
Yeah.
Some beautiful bench pressing. As we go into third attempts now, back to top of the order with Quinton. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say Quinton Benderumurwi from South Africa, making a good attempt here at 127.5. Last one looked good, got on the board, so we'll see how this 2.5 jump goes for Quinton, who's trying to build his total. This will also give him a little 2.5 kilo PR early.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you can walk away with a PR at the World Championships, you take it.
Yeah, I would take it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see how things go now for Quinton.
Slow descent. Oh, took a while to get that press. The bar was, I think.
Yeah, so as we watch the replay here, hopefully, I don't know if we're going to get it.
No, I don't think so.
So basically, with the takedown speed, we got a little replay here.
Go.
Sometimes the slower you take that bar down, the eccentric, the lower in control, it can work well, but it tires you out more as well.
It does, and that's something that I'm working on, is trying to make my descent a little quicker so that I can get that elasticity in the muscles for the way up. But yeah,
for sure,
it's a battle between going down too fast and losing your tightness. But anyway,
I think
it just takes work. In the gym.
To build strength, using slow eccentrics can definitely be very beneficial. However, when it comes to maximal attempts, sometimes going a little too slow will not work in your favor. As we move into Yoichi Sasaki, 130 on the bar, taking 10 kilos up from his last one. So let's see how this one goes. Yeah, interesting attempt selection. Again, the slow negative, slow eccentric. No, just too much. Also might have jumped the press command too again. But he took a shot at it.
Gave it a shot.
Yeah, got one on the board. So he's still in the championships. As we move into Richard Loracourt from France, got his first, missed his second. The bar is loaded for Richard Loracourt from France.
He'll want this.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he's sadly missed his 3 squats.
Yeah.
Got his opening attempt on bench, which is nice to see. Let's see if he can make any adjustments here now. I would say he's looking a little calmer, but he's still looking pretty intense.
He is.
So let's see how this 150 goes for Richard Loracourt from France. I'd like to get this one on the board and build that total.
Build his total and build his confidence.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that looked better. Let's see what the referees have to say here early. Oh, 2-1. So hopefully we're going to look. Yeah, let's see what they say. Maybe a bit of butt came up. Yeah, you can almost see there now almost a little bit. Yeah, and the referees have the perfect viewpoint for that, and they both saw it. So
hard to argue that.
Yeah. But, not what he wanted probably, but at least he got one on the board.
Yeah.
As we move into Karel Rada from Chechnya, 165. He's going to take a repeat of his last attempt. And again, not much rest time for these big men with only 7 lifters.
It's moving very quickly.
Yeah.
Moving very quickly. And these are big benches. Yeah, big benches.
Let's go here now. Karel was ranked 4th in the bench press, so he's out of medal contention. But every kilo matters at the World Championships. So let's see this attempt for Karel. Just a bit too much. Yeah.
Another slow and steady one.
Yeah, you know, interesting to see, and something too, like, you know, again with like with not having as much rest time, these lifters are probably going for attempts that they probably hit many times. But when you're going at the World Championships and you're in such a fast flight, sometimes you have to kind of like make adjustments and maybe drop 2.5 or 5 kilos more than what you would normally go for to make the adjustment to get those attempts, you know.
And you know, as you say, like you could have done this before, you know, but it depends on the day.
Yeah.
Depends on the day. Depends on
exactly.
There's so many different factors, and you do have to be able to adjust very quickly.
Let's see this attempt now from Scott Simon, Great Britain, 195.
There we go.
All right, so he's the first lifter so far in third attempts to get on the board so far. Yeah, 3 whites, so a lot of reds on the board, but he got his attempt, making attempts. It is not hard to tell when Team Ireland is stepping up on the platform. Bar is loaded for Anthony McGleggan from Ireland. Let's go, Anthony. 207.5 on the bar. Anthony's walking out with a smile, having a great day lifting.
Yeah. He's got the silver here with the 105 for the bench. So
nice to bring some hardware home through customs back to Ireland. Do you have anything to declare? Yes, I do. Let's see this attempt now for Anthony. 207.5 on the bar.
Look at that.
He's showing some good lifting and a good attempt selection.
What happens there now?
Yeah. So along with giving a shout out to Anthony and Ireland, I'm going to give a little shout out to the coach who's doing the coaching because they're making good attempt selections for him today.
Yeah, he had a little dance off the platform there as he was leaving, so he was pretty happy. He was pretty happy with that one.
Great to see. Well done. As we move into Ellis McLean for his third attempt, he's already got the bench press gold medal locked up. He took that on his second attempt. So now 217.5 on the bar. He's going to jump 5 kilos. He's already pulled ahead of the pack. So this is going to match his bench press PR. Let's see how this attempt goes now for Ellis McLean, Team USA, 217.5 on the bar.
Oh, look at that.
I think it's a good lift, Arlene.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, and there's an example of a very quick...
Yeah, takedown speed, right? You know, he's not going to expend as much energy with that faster takedown speed.
And just look at this, like his whole body is into that. I had a coach tell me one time that if you're not sore the next day, if your whole body's not sore, you didn't put everything into your bench.
I think my back and my hips hurt more after benching than they do after squat and deadlift. As we move now into the 120 kilo class with Jonathan Macias from Mexico opening up with 155 on the bar. As we talk about bench press, the guy to our left here who's doing so much for the sport of powerlifting in these Masters World Championships knows a thing or two, I think, about the bench press. Just giving a little shout out to Big Mike who's here. Always a pleasure to see you, Mike, and thank you for everything that you do.
Looking after us well.
Always. I think that's a good attempt for Jonathan.
3 white lights.
Well done. Let's see if we get a replay of this one here. Arlene.
Solid attempt. No hesitation.
As we move into Olof Ardvinsson from Sweden, 165 on the bar. He's showing a listed PR of 175 kilos, so should be a good opening attempt. He's a big man. He's probably going to have a long way to go in the bench press with those long arms, but let's see how this opening attempt of 165 goes for Olof. Arlene, interesting little setup, how he starts there and swings out a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't want that lift off, waves him off.
Gets a start command. A long way to go, but does a great job.
Yeah. No lift.
Let's see if we can see on the replay here, Arlene.
172.5 kilos on the bar, please, for Mercer. After Mercer, Cameron, then Stin, then Stills.
Maybe a bit
hard to see from this.
bit of butt, bit of heels. They saw something.
Yeah, definitely saw something that sprung
Let's
off
see
the
if we can
quick.
see it here now as we get another replay.
Bar is loaded.
Yeah, you can maybe a little bit of butt there. The legs or heels didn't anything
No.
there. So the referees definitely saw something as we move into Timothy Mercer, 172.5 on the bar for his opening attempt from Team USA.
He's having a good chat with John there to make sure that he gets his lift up as he wants it.
Timothy had a good showing in squats, coming out, fist bumping the spotters and loaders, having a good time. Let's see how his opening attempt goes here of 172.5. And just
There
like
we
his
go.
squats, you know, good takedown, fast speed.
Yep.
And there comes the deadlift.
Beautiful bench press. He's actually a little calmer here on bench press than he was on squats, which is good to see because I'm sure you may feel the same way, Arlene. The bench press is definitely a bit more of a calmer lift.
Yeah, it is a calmer lift, and you can, you just have to, it just settles you down,
Yeah.
and then it revs you up then for the deadlift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and with three commands and so many things that can go wrong in the bench press, it's always good to be calm. And if you're going to bring some energy at all, bring it on the deadlifts and be calm on the bench press.
Yeah.
As we move into Kenneth Cameron from Team USA, beautiful attempt here, 3-reg collar, 175 on the bar. He's a deputy sheriff. He has a listed PR of 175, so let's see how this goes for Kenneth.
Wow.
Strong
Seemed to be
attempt,
very strong. Let's see what the judges have to say.
And we have a deadlift.
3 white
The
lights.
lift is good.
It's the same 175 kilos. just
As we
same
move into
number,
Ryan
so
Stinn,
same
same
from Canada.
attempt.
Scales. Bar is loaded.
The bar is loaded for Ryan Stinn, 175 kilos. Opening attempt from Team Canada, co-owner of Inner Strength Products, the best powerlifting company in Canada. Let's see this opening attempt for Ryan. Taking his time with his setup, great to see. Good lift off from John Smart.
Wow. Wow.
Great to see, I think 3 white lights for sure. Great to see Ryan. I know Ryan, I've chatted with him a few times about he's had elbow surgery. He had to have elbow surgery there a few years ago. And same elbow issue I'm dealing with. And he had elbow surgery and he's come back. It's good to see him getting back on the platform after elbow surgery, competing in both classic and equipped, and lifting some big weight in the bench press. Well done, Ryan, on the board with a 175 kilo opening attempt. As we move into Ryan Stills, jumping 10 from Ryan, the previous Ryan, 185 on the bar for Ryan Stills from USVI. You can hear the, is it the coach, I believe,
Yeah.
Arlene?
Yeah, David over there. David
Yeah,
Ricks,
he's got a good voice. You can hear it all the way over here.
They're strong. Well, let's just see what they
Beautiful attempt.
what the lights say. Another good lift.
Well done, big dog. Good attempt on the
Yeah.
board.
It's going to be a bit of a battle here, I think.
Yeah.
For these 120 pluses.
185 on the bar for Jesus Prieto from Team Spain. Big man walking out. And something to consider as well at these international events is sometimes the language barrier. You've got to talk to the person giving you a lift off, and he just did a little chat with John. So let's see how this attempt goes for Jesus.
Nice and steady in the chest.
Wow. So
Yeah.
let's see the referees say.
Yeah.
So interesting as we watch the replay here. So we're talking about attempt, takedown speed. He comes down really, really slow, like coiling up like a spring, like loaded, and then boom.
Boom. Well, you can just see the legs driving. I'm always talking about those legs driving, and it just explodes the bar off the chest.
Fantastic attempt. Now as we move into Steve Snell from Team Canada, 185 kilo opening attempt. Steve representing Team Canada. It's good to see a strong Canadian team on home soil here as he takes 185 as an opening attempt.
Boom. Let's see what we have. 3 white lights.
Well done, nice lift, and no fake plates in the IPF. No fake plates, so it looks like it moved like it was 75 kilos, but it is 185.
Yeah. Sweet opener.
Nice attempt.
Yeah.
As we move into Colin Power from Team Ireland, 187.5 on the bar. This will be the final opening attempt in the bench presses. He's showing a listed PR of 200 kilos, so we'll see how this 187.5 goes for Colin with a little swing out setup.
Taking his time, waiting for the lift off, staying strong.
Gets the start command. Ooh.
Wow.
Yep.
And for the length of arms, he's got a narrower
Grip.
grip on the bar
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
yep.
I was surprised with that.
Yeah, we'll see now. Sometimes he made a good call of getting his opening attempt not too heavy. Sometimes when you get a little heavier, that top range then starts to slow down. So we'll see if that plays a role or not in his bench press. As we move back to Jonathan Macias, 162.5 from Team Mexico. Big smile.
Yeah.
Said, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, vámonos.
Taking his time. Again, a long way to go in the bench press. Let's see this 162.5 for Jonathan Macias, Team Mexico.
Oh, keep working. No.
Yeah, it came off the chest pretty good,
Yeah.
but just kind of like hit quicksand in the middle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Stopped dead. Shook his head so that the lifters, spotters could take it.
But he's got his opening attempt, thankfully, so he's on the board. Everybody in this flight is on the board. I think, no, there's one. Yeah, this is Olaf. Basically, he needs to get this one, so let's hope that Olaf can get this so that everybody gets a total. Olaf Arvidsson from Team Sweden, 165 on the bar.
He's coming out with intensity.
Yeah, I believe, Arlene, the last one he didn't miss on strength. It was, I believe it was glutes that they were looking for. So let's see now. The referees will be having a look. Hopefully he can make an adjustment and get this attempt.
Yeah, he would have had a talk with himself out back.
All eyes on Olaf, 165 on the bar.
Look at that. Look at that. Let's see what they say. It's a good lift.
Lift,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Well done. Under a bit of pressure and scrutiny there as the referees and the jury were having a look to make sure that lift was good.
Yeah.
And good attempt. Again, no gimmies, no easy attempts here at the IPF World Championships.
As it should be.
No, hey,
We're at
right.
This is the top game here. So it's,
Timothy Mercer, Team USA up next, 182.5, 400 and I believe 3 pounds on the bar.
10 kg increase.
Yeah, good jump. This will move
Yeah.
him temporarily into third place in the bench press. We'll watch this one again because his takedown speed is so fast
Oh,
that
yeah.
if you blink, you might miss it. So let's see this attempt here for Timothy Mercer, 182.5.
Wow.
Look pretty good, referees.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
Yeah. He'd have to keep his lats pretty tight to the bench with that speed of
Cameron, USA.
He's showing some good lifting here today.
Yeah, absolutely. This is entertaining. This is the best as it gets.
As we move into Kenneth Cameron, Team USA, 185, and the bar is loaded. This will be a 10 kilo PR for Kenneth.
Yeah, his opener was his PR, so and that went up pretty strong.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see this attempt now.
Oh,
Yeah, just a bit too much. I mean, you know, again, short flight, many factors. So put it on, took a shot, but it just wasn't there. Maybe he'll make a little adjustment, Darlene, in this next one, hopefully.
comes fast off the chest, but then it just stalls there. Those triceps are sort of giving
Yep.
out on them.
Let's see now as we move into Ryan Stinn from Team Canada, 185 on the bar. Showing a listing a PR of 210, so 185. His last bench moved well. Let's see how this attempt of 185 kilos goes for Ryan.
Wow.
It was a fast, solid bench for Ryan. What do you think?
Beautiful. Yeah. That's just classic. That's,
Well done.
Yeah.
Good job, Ryan. As we move into Ryan Still's USVI, 190 kilos on the bar. Let's see if we hear Mr. Ricks kind of doing a little bit of coaching. It's one thing for anybody out there listening, if you are a coach or if you've worked with a good coach, is when you have that that voice and you can kind of like hear your coach. It's always great to hear it out there. And we're over in the commentary booth and we can hear Mr. Ricks, who had a wonderful day competing. So congrats to the Superman as we watch Ryan Stills with his 190 kilo attempt.
Oh, he's falling. Yeah.
Just a bit too much.
Yeah.
I mean, a smart attempt after hitting the 185.
Yeah.
But again, you know, fast and furious here and a flight. You know,
We're going to see this replay now.
9 lifters. Nothing technical, just looked a little.
No, it went back, but it just stalled.
9 lifters isn't giving these 120s and 120 pluses much time to recover as we move. And speaking of big lifters, as we move into Jesus Prieto from Spain.
Looks to be a great technical lifter. He's
Very
just
much
got
so.
it. Oh, beautiful.
Spring type bench press. Let's see this attempt now.
Look at that. Oh, gotta lock it out. No, not gonna happen.
Just that little bit at the top.
Oh, just inches. Just
Yeah.
a little tiny bit. Yeah.
Came off the chest like a bullet.
Oh, it did. And just that last part of the lockout, just the arms couldn't get those elbows locked out. Look at that. Yeah.
Bench press gets heavy fast as we move into Steve Snell, jumping 5 kilos. Steve from Team Canada. Last one looked good.
Still had 5 kg onto his total, so hopefully he can nail this and then head into his third.
Yeah, and you know, it's going to move him from second to first temporarily in the bench press, and we're Jesus missed that 190.
Oh my
Looking
goodness
good,
gracious.
you know. Yeah, there's more in the tank there for Steve.
Yeah, let's just see how it goes. Yeah, 3 white lights.
Yeah.
That was.
So Steve basically then pulls ahead of Jesus, where Steve is lighter, and then Jesus missed.
Jesus
right?
is scratching for his third attempt.
So he just knows it's not going to be there. The big man needs to save his energy moving into deadlifts.
Yeah, we talked about that a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're doing.
So he's going to basically pass on trying to take a gold medal in the bench press so that he can save it for the overall. I don't think he is going to be caught looking at the total, but he's going to need to come out and pull at least one deadlift. So we will see how things play out when we get to deadlifts. But in the meantime, let's see Colin Power from Ireland taking 197.5 on his second attempt.
Oh, look at that.
Arlene, what do you think? Yeah,
I'm telling you, that was beautiful.
he's showing some really good lifting here today.
Yeah.
We have 162.5 kilos on the bar from Axis. It's going to take another run at this. Missed it on his second. Maybe he'll
Yeah, so Jonathan is his third attempt. He missed this on the second, so he's going to hope to get the 162.5. Jonathan Macias from Mexico.
Yeah, let's see how this goes now for Jonathan. It just seemed to be a bit too much. Hopefully he's going to regroup and come back. Let's see how things go here for him.
Yeah, that was quite a jump from his opener of 155. So hopefully he's regrouping and ready to send this one.
Jonathan Macias, Team Mexico, with 162.5 on the bar. Final attempt in the bench press for Jonathan. Let's hope he can lock this one out. Long hold there, gets the start command.
Come on.
Just a bit too much today. Just a bit too much, but thankfully he is on the board, which still keeps him in the battle for a total on the bar.
You know, that lift was lower than his PB, but as you say, like a different day, different day.
You know, lifting at a different competition, maybe, you know, different environment. Everything. You know, but gotta, like you said a little bit earlier, Arlene, you gotta kind of make the attempts for what you feel for that day.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that a fair bit here today as we move to Olaf, who did a good job of recovering after missing his opening attempt. Moving now into third, jumping up 5 kilos. He has a big opening attempt in the deadlift, 280 kilos. Currently sitting prognosis in 5th place, so he's going to want to get this attempt, pick up those kilos as we move into the deadlift.
Yeah, he's fighting for it.
Hits quicksand.
Yeah, you hit that ball and then there's just no going.
We're definitely starting to see the reds on the bench press again, and like I said, I think, you know, that the lifting speed of this flight may play a role, you know. So as we move into Kenneth Cameron taking the same attempt, this will move him into 3rd place.
He'll want this for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Missed it on his last one. Let's hope he can make an adjustment and come back and get it.
And it's 10 kg over his personal best, so he's pushing himself. So anyway, let's hope he can get this one.
Let's go, Kenneth Cameron, Team USA, 185 kilos on the bar. Gets the start command. Gets it moving. Just a bit too much today.
Yeah.
But he's got one on the board. Gonna have a total moving into the deadlifts. As we watch the replay, there's nothing really technically there, Arlene. No. It looked like a good lift, technically. Just
halfway up, she just stalls.
Butts came up a little bit anyway. Just a bit too much today. As we move to Timothy Mercer from Team USA, 187.5. The bar is loaded for Timothy. This will move him into 2nd place, silver medal in the bench press. Having a good day.
Yep. Yeah, he's pumped.
Getting fired up.
Yeah. Good to see.
Yeah.
Good to see.
This will be a 2.5 kilo PR. It will also move him from 3rd to 2nd, and he'll have an opportunity at a silver medal in the bench press. He's already got 3rd place, I believe, locked up. Boom.
Oh. Yeah, stalled again.
Yeah, just a bit too much today. We have not seen any lifter yet make a 3rd attempt. Let's hope that changes.
Ryan Stills, maybe he can...
Ryan Stills' benching did look good.
Yeah, maybe he can break the mold for us.
As we move into Ryan Stills. Ryan Stills, Team USVI, 190 on the bar, a repeat of his 2nd. Opener looked fast, and then things got a little bit heavy. And let's go, Big Dog. I've been following Ryan for a while on Instagram. He's an incredibly strong lifter. Let's see if he's able to make an adjustment here now and pick up those 5 kilos. And if you are on Instagram, you are more than welcome to connect with me. I would love to hear from you at Coach Robert King as we watch Ryan Stills take this 190 kilo.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, well done, Big Dog. Let's see what the referees have to say. Great job. What a great adjustment.
There you go.
Let's see the replay here, Arlene.
Yeah.
Just a great attempt. Kept the bum down. Did everything right that he could do to make that attempt. Yeah, some great lifting there, Ryan. Well done.
It stalled, you know, but then he just kept pressing it. There was no up and down on the bar, and he just sent it
The first green in third attempts in the bench press. As we move into Ryan Stin, 190 on the bar from Team Canada. This will move him into first place so far in the bench press.
Wow.
Wow.
Such a smooth lifter, bencher. That's what they say.
Excellent job.
Yeah.
3 white lights. Well done, Ryan Stin. Let's watch the replay here, Arlene. Great bench press.
So technically sound.
Yeah, every rep has looked the same, just solid bench pressing. Next up, Steve Snell, Team Canada, 192.5, jumping 2.5 from his second attempt. This will move him into gold medal in the deadlifts, and he'll pick up a couple of kilos, 2.5 more.
Canadians are battling for first.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go, Steve Snell, 192.5 on the bar. This will move him into gold medal in the bench press in the 120 plus kilo class. Oh yeah, wow.
Goodness gracious.
Was that a third or an opener? Congratulations, Steve Snell. Wow, Arlene, let's see if we can see the replay here on that one. And he's going to walk away. Quick replay here of this beautiful attempt from Steve Snell.
Wow.
Gold medal in the bench press. Congratulations, Steve, as we now move up to Colin Power, 202.5. Colin's already got the bench press gold wrapped up. He's going to try to pick up 5 more kilos here. Along with picking up 5 kilos, he's going to try to pick up a 2.5 kilo PR.
This is another amazing bencher.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
He's just showing great lifting technique and skill all around so far.
Consistent.
Yeah. What do you think, Arlene? You were betting. Would you think he's going to get this one?
Oh, I'm not a bet.
I think he's going to get it. I think he's going to get it. So let's see how this
so
202.5 goes for Colin Power from Team Ireland.
Oh, that head is up. Is the head up?
Yeah, I think he caught that. Let's see if the referees see it as well.
Yeah,
they
I
probably
think the
will.
center judge did. I think he did.
Oh! And third attempt, so you know they're not going to be looking for it anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see the replay there. All right, we got another replay version coming up.
I wonder, maybe we're wrong. Maybe the curls stayed on the bench. Oh.
Yeah, you know what though?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thick hair helps.
Yeah, but you know what? He got the attempt, walks away with a gold medal in the bench press, picks up 5 kilos and a personal best. As we move into the deadlifts, Arlene, a great bench press session so far.
That was entertaining.
Yeah, these big men are moving some big plates. We are going to take a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back to deadlifts. And as they say, the meat doesn't start until the bar hits the floor. So we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we will be back to the 2022 IPF World Classic and Equipped Masters Powerlifting Championships in St. John's, Newfoundland.
1 more minute to make changes to your openers. Flight A. Flight A, 1 more minute to make changes. Lifting starts in 4 minutes.
Two and a half minutes to lifting. Lifting order, Flight A will be Sasaki, Vandermeer, Simon, Loricourt, Rada, McCleggan, and McLean. One minute to lifting.
You guys ready to go? We are live.
Okay, and we are back at the 2022 IPF World Classic and Equipped Masters Powerlifting Championships here in St. John's, Newfoundland. My name is Robert King. If you're on Instagram at Coach Robert King, I would love to hear from you. I'm here with my friend and fellow teammate Arlene Van Diepen from Team Canada. Arlene, how you doing?
I'm just doing great. Looking forward to this session. It's going to be lots of action.
As they say, the meet doesn't start till the bar hits the floor. And first up, we have Yoichi Sasaki from Team Japan opening up with 200 kilos on the bar. So far, he's been in the fight, getting on the board with squats, getting on the board with bench press. He's going to want to get this opening attempt here now to secure a total. Arlene, what do you think?
I agree with him.
Yeah, and as just a real quick little note, as you were saying about the knee sleeves, He had them on for squats, had them on for bench press, and still has them on for deadlifts.
He probably wouldn't want to take them off.
No,
if he
exactly,
wa-
yeah.
He'd never get them back on if he wanted them for deadlift.
Good opening attempt there for Soichi. So he is on the board with 200 kilos as we move to Quinton Vander Merwe from South Africa. 230 kilos on the bar for Quinton, representing South Africa.
Comes out with intensity.
Yeah, we're going to see a pretty fast and furious session here now in the deadlifts. Hauling it up, long way to go, but that lift looks good. Let's see what the referees say, Arlene.
Yeah, 3 white lights.
That's
so
excellent.
That's what we like to see for the openers.
Yeah, and like we were saying in the bench press, things are going so fast. The fatigue for these bigger men especially is going to play a role. So we'll probably see some of them maybe lower their opening attempts a little bit just to go in and get one on the board, secure a total.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Just get on the board and then just take it for a sail after that.
That's right. No one, I always say this to my athletes, is no one remembers how you open. They always remember how you finish. So leave your ego aside on your opening attempt and get on the bar, get on the board. As we see Scott Simon from Great Britain, 260. Looking strong.
Yep.
And the lift is good.
3 white lights. Yeah, that was pretty smooth. Bar stayed on the legs all the way up. Yeah.
A little bit of baby powder there on the legs so the bar can slide up just a nice little bit.
Just a tad.
As they get the bar ready now for Richard Loricourt from France. Sadly, Richard did not register a squat on the board, so he's not going to get a total. However, he does have an opportunity to medal in the deadlift, so we will see how this attempt selection goes for Richard Loricourt from France. 260 kilos for his opening attempt. And no lack of intensity all day, so let's see if he can keep this energy going into deadlifts.
Look at that. Look nice and strong.
Good opening attempt.
Yeah. Yeah.
As we move into Karel Rada from Chechnya, 260 kilo opening attempt. The bar is loaded for Karel. He's going to want to just get one on the board here now. Secure a total. He showed some good lifting today.
Yeah. Gives a little nod before he starts.
Taking his time, getting his grips, setting up for this 260.
There you go.
Should be a good attempt. Good lift on the board. And next up we have Anthony McLegan, Team Ireland. And again, the Irish always bringing the energy. He's going to want to take this 300 kilos and lock it out, get his total, and then let it go from there. McLegan basically is looking at prognosis. We're looking, none of this really matters until anybody gets on the board for opening deadlifts, but we're looking at basically prognosis second place for him in the overall. And he has the second biggest opening attempt in the deadlift. So let's watch this attempt here now from Anthony. Big lift, 300 kilos.
Rolls that bar forward and back.
Looking strong. Big smile. Lift is good on the board, 300 kilos. Yeah, Arlene, what do you think about this with your experience in lifting? You know, some people like to roll the bar, some don't. It's definitely an individual preference, but...
And that's exactly what it is. It's an individual preference. It doesn't work for me. It tends to, I lose my tightness, but others, they want to have that active muscle.
Yeah, you know, kind of like, I don't know anything about physics, but like an object in motion tends to stay in motion, but also object in motion can go wrong very quickly. As we move into Ellis McLean, 3025, the heaviest opening attempt. Wow.
Look at that.
I literally blinked it. Wow, yep. Let's hopefully see the replay. That was fast.
Big breath. Gets tight.
Boom.
Boom.
LS looking strong. So we might see a little battle here for deadlifts. LS is, from what I can see, you know, you never know what can happen. But LS is pulled ahead so far with a total of 812.5, McLegan 777.5. So we will see how things go in that battle. As well, we are looking at the best lifter award for LS. He is currently sitting in best lifter in the M1s, so he is in a great position. So we'll see how things go for him with his attempt selection. As we see Yoichi Sasaki from Japan, 215 kilos, jumping 15 from his last attempt, which looked good.
He's setting up, taking his time, doing a little bit of back and forth. Shrugs his shoulders, gets himself tight.
Very calm lifter.
Absolutely.
Showing some good lifting today. Let's see how his opening attempt goes of 215 kilos. Yoichi Sasaki from Japan. A little hard at the top, but I think he got it.
Yeah.
He is actually, good attempt, he is actually, as we maybe see this replay, he's one of the few Japan lifters I've actually seen pull conventional. I seem to see most of the Japanese lifters pull sumo, but he's coming out conventional. It works for him on the board.
Bit of a hesitation there at the knees, but then it just stopped for a second and then away it went.
He's got one more attempt in the meet as we move into Quinten Vander Merwe from South Africa, 240 kilos. The bar is loaded for Quinten Vander Merwe from South Africa, 240 kilos on the bar. His last attempt looked good. We'll see how this 240 attempt goes for Quinten.
Focused, gives that bar a little bit of a shout.
Intense big man. Let's see this 240. Grinding it out. A little hard for a second, but gets it. Great job. If you are watching the live stream, we would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Get on the live stream. Drop a comment. Tell us where you are from. Tell us who you are cheering for. We would love to hear from you. My name is Robert King from Newfoundland, Canada. If you're on Instagram, at Coach Robert King. I am having the pleasure of working with Arlene Van Diepen from Team Canada as well. Arlene, you enjoying the show so far?
I tell you, we have the front row seats. It's nice to be here. Nice to be able to give our listeners the play-by-play.
Oh, it's been great. We have one of the best seats in the house here as we watch this attempt for Richard Loricourt. And again, Richard sadly did not register a total by missing a squat, but he can come out and pull now in a deadlift.
He's doing a massive job up the lifts. He's intense.
Yeah, I would not want to be in his way. Big man, he gets on the board. And before we move into Scott Simon's next attempt, I just want to say, Arlene, you did a great job on the when you were doing the, I guess, what would you call it, the emceeing?
MC?
Yeah, you did a great job. I was listening and stuff, so I just wanted to take a moment and say good job to you.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun.
And I was listening to do it, and I was like, oh, that's who I'm working with tomorrow, so things are going to be fun, right? As we move now into Scott Simon from Great Britain, 275 kilos on the bar. Beautiful. I love always seeing those reds. Scott's from Great Britain. Last attempt looked good.
Legs are shaking a bit with the intensity, but it comes up pretty good. Let's see.
Good lift.
Good lift.
He's showing some good lifting today. And again, you know, in this session, they're going through it so fast that these big men aren't getting much of a breather. So we're going to see how they can finish in the deadlifts. The bar is loaded for Kirill Rada from Chechnya, 277.5 on the bar. Pretty calm lifter coming out.
Gives that nod again. This is mine.
This will temporarily move him into third place in the deadlift. Gets it moving, slides it up the legs. What do you think, Arlene?
I think no, it was not too hard.
3 white lights. You can't ask for much more than that.
No,
well done.
Sea of green right now, so I hope I didn't jinx it.
I heard this from Joe when we were doing it, the commentary curse, so we have to be careful what we say. Like if you say there's a lot of greens on the board, then all of a sudden things start to go.
It was her, that Van Diepen one.
Let's hope that it's not Christmas with green and red on the board. Let's see lots of greens as we move into LS McLean. Big smile, as you just said. 310 on the bar. He's already got first locked up in the overall. Let's see how this deadlift goes for him now. And he's also looking at best lifter in the M1.
That's just awesome. 3 white lights, I'm telling you.
Some great lifting there from LS McLean. As we move into Anthony McLaughlin from Ireland, 315 kilos on the bar. And again, the Irish bringing the energy.
Yeah, they're cheering him on. It's good to hear. It's good to see you.
Walking out
big
with
smile.
a big
Love
smile.
that smile.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, I tell you. He's having some fun. He said, I didn't come here for...
McLaughlin 315. This will move him to second to first in the deadlift, jumping over Ellis McLean, who just got on the board with 310 as well. Good. Yeah, looking strong.
Wow.
2 to 1.
I tell ya.
Gets called on the side for incomplete lockout, but 2 to 1, he's going to take it.
Yeah.
We're going to maybe see a little battle there for the deadlifts. LS has pretty much got first place locked up. So McLaughlин's probably going to challenge him for deadlifts in the gold.
Yeah, I like seeing these lifters put it all on the platform, then come off with a smile.
Yeah,
it's
and
nice to see.
We'll see now on third deadlifts, as they say, kind of like leave it all on the platform.
Yeah.
So for a few of them, they're going to be wanting to push the envelope and raise the bar.
Yeah, but like they've every one of these lifters have put in weeks and weeks and weeks of training, and they're prepared, and it's nice to be able to see their training come to full fruition.
Yeah,
so.
as you know, we as powerlifters, we spend weeks and months and often years preparing for a meet of this level to come out and take 9 attempts, and each attempt only lasts a few seconds.
Yep.
So they're going to want to leave it all here on the platform. And speaking of leaving it all on the platform, we have Yoichi Sasaki from Japan, 222.5 on the bar. Last attempt for Yoichi. Last attempt for him at the World Championships here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. Let's see if he can finish strong and lock out this 222.5. This will give him a little deadlift PR, Arlene, which is always nice to walk away if you can with a little PR.
Absolutely. Oh. No. Not today.
Not today. Like you said, every day is a different day.
Exactly. Yeah. He came out there with intensity. He gave it everything he got. So hey, he can take that home.
He did his absolute best, and he did great representing his country of Team Japan very well. As we get ready now for Quinton Vandermeerwe, jumping 5 kilos from his last attempt, 240 to 245. Building that total, trying to walk away with a good day, so he's going to make this attempt. And again, if you are on the live stream, if you are watching the lifting, we would love to hear from you and tell us what you think of the 2022 IPF World Classic and Equipped Masters Powerlifting Championships here in my hometown in the beautiful province of Newfoundland, Canada.
And it sure is a pleasure to be here. I've looked forward to this one, and we had the nationals here as well in Newfoundland, and I was looking forward to coming back for the Worlds. And the Newfoundland powerlifters are putting on a fantastic meet for us.
Oh, it's great. Big shout out to meet directors Jeff Butt, and should I say world champion Jeff Butt, very well deserved, hardest working man in powerlifting. Jeff Butt and John Smart doing a great job at this meet. As we get ready for Richard Loracourt from France. This will temporarily move Richard into third place in the deadlift. And again, he's going to want to go out as hard as he can. He'll pick up a 5 kilo PR here, and he'll have a shot at a medal. So we're maybe, I think there's something going on here I'm trying to see.
Yeah, we're good. 245.
245, don't know what just happened, but either way, we are ready to go for Quinton Vandermeerwe. 245, his last attempt of the Masters World Championships. He's going to want to finish this strong.
Oh yeah, he shouts at that bar. It's like, you're mine. Oh, not today.
A little
there,
smile.
Yeah.
Gives a little show of respect to the judges and the crowd and everybody here.
And to the bar.
Yep.
To the bar.
You have 2 lifters to change opening attempts.
We will see some interesting deadlifts going on as we battle for the overall, I think LS has got the overall locked up, but we will definitely see McLagan battle here for gold. Yeah, you know, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, we're going to, LS is basically pulled away in the total. However, there's going to be a good battle for the gold medal in the deadlifts. And you know what? If you can walk away with a gold medal, you'll want to fight for that. And we're going to see that coming up very soon. But for now, let's see Richard Loricourt from France. 280 kilos on the bar. This will temporarily move him into third place in the deadlift. No lack of energy all day. Let's see if he can finish strong.
That's right. Look at that.
5 kilo PR.
Oh, no.
Just a bit too much today. Good try.
He gave it all he got, and he's, as you say, he gives respect to the referees and to the crowd for cheering him on.
So Arlene, just to, if you look at the board, I'm seeing green, 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 and all of a sudden I'm seeing red, red, red. What did we say a few minutes ago?
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Commentator curse, as I learned from Joe. As we get the bar cleaned, a shout out to all the spotters and loaders for working hard and doing a great job on the platform of keeping everybody safe and keeping that bar moving fast. As we get ready for Scott Simon from Great Britain.
All right, he's gonna break the mold here. He's gonna rip this off.
I think he will. I think
yeah.
it's a good attempt selection, which will basically move him into third place in the deadlifts temporarily. It's well under his PR, but it might be a good attempt.
There he goes. Oh, look at that.
I think that's good, Arlene.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
Look good from here, and they say
And we have a change coming up. Change coming up.
Let's just see. I think right now we do have there 285 kilos for Rada, please. 285 for Rada.
So Karel Rada from Chechnya just put in a change, going 285, which will then move him from fourth place in the deadlifts to third. So he's going to take a shot at stepping on the podium. And real quickly, as they get that bar ready at the World Championships, Arlene, you can maybe explain quickly that you can medal in each event?
You can medal in each event, you know, if you don't get a lift in one of the disciplines, you can't get your total, but you can certainly medal in the individual event. So that's what they're going for, and
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
As we see Karel come up here now, so he's not going to make the overall podium, but he does have a shot at walking away with a medal in deadlifts. And to medal at the World Championships is no easy feat, so he's going to come out and take a shot now at 285. Karel Rada from Chechnya taking a shot at that bronze medal temporarily. Overall, so if he gets this, he gets it. So let's go, Karel.
Yeah,
got it moving, pulling it all he's got.
Yeah. He's got lots of cheers going, and it looks pretty darn good.
I think so. Yeah, he's pumped with that one. Well done. He's going to walk away with a deadlift medal, bronze medal at the Masters World Powerlifting Championships. He's going to be pretty happy to step on that podium and take some hardware back to Chechnya as we get ready for L.S. McLean. This is going to temporarily move him into first place in the deadlifts. He's already pretty much got the overall World Championship locked up. But we're going to see a battle here, and we can expect a change if, depending on what happens with LS's lift. LS, yeah, so we'll see now. LS also, by the looks of it, also has Best Master Lifter locked up. So let's see now. The bar is loaded for L.S. McLean, Team USA. LS having a great day, jumping 10 kilos up from his second attempt, 320 kilos on the bar.
I expect the crowd's going to get behind him on this one, for sure. He's got a big smile on his face. He's ready to go.
He's going to need this one to get it. Yeah, looking strong. Arlene, what do you think the referees are going to say?
Well, I hope it was locked out. Yeah, it was, yeah.
All
He's
right.
just a happy man.
322.5.
So McLagan already put in 322.5. He could have changed if he needed to, depending on what if LS didn't make the attempt. But LS made his attempt. So now this is going to be a gold medal in the deadlift attempt. So he's going to want to go out on his shield here, going to want to pull hard and leave it all on the platform. I think Team Ireland's going to bring some energy here.
Oh, they will be putting wings on that bar for him. There's no doubt about that. You just miss it.
The bar is loaded for Anthony McLagan.
There you go.
Team Ireland, no lack of energy here at the Masters World Championships in St. John's, Newfoundland. He's going to pull for a bronze medal in the deadlift, 322.5. Still gold medal, my apologies. My brain has been a long day. 322.5, gold medal pull for Anthony McLegan from Team Ireland. Let's go, Anthony.
Wow. I think that probably is going to have some...
He is so happy, and Team Ireland is right behind him, showing his respect to the judges.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Anthony McLegan. Gold medal in the deadlifts. Team Ireland bringing back some hardware from the Masters World Championships here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada.
Love seeing that smile. Love seeing that smile. Like, that's hard work, and it's not just hard work today. It's been hard work for the last number of months.
Like you just said a little bit earlier, they work for weeks, months, and years to go out and showcase all the work that's been put in. So we will see now as it was a pretty amazing flight at the 105s as we move now into the 120s. First up will be Jonathan Macias from Team Mexico. And if you are on the live stream, we would love to hear from you. Drop a comment in the stream. Let us know who you are cheering for, what country you are from. My name is Robert King, and if you're on Instagram, I would love to connect with you and hear from you, and let me know if you are enjoying the show. At Coach Robert King on Instagram, and I am working with Arlene Van Diepen, fellow Team Canada member. Arlene, we're having a great time here at the Masters World Championships.
This is the best entertainment that you're gonna find. Watching this level of competition is pretty amazing.
The best Masters lifters in the world right here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada, as we get ready to roll into the 120 kilo class.
Having a bit of a delay in the back there. I think they're having a conversation about his knee socks. The socks aren't top.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Oh, challenging an opener change.
Gotcha. Okay, well, so we're trying to figure out what's going on here. Basically, somebody wanted to change the opening attempt, which you're allowed to do. Basically, the rule is 3 lifters out from the bottom of the first flight, you are allowed to put your change in. If you put your change in after the 3rd lifter, then it is too late. So there's some type of issue going on with the change now, so we're going to see what's happening. So, yeah, just getting some information here from the one and only Big Mike that it might be a handwriting issue. Thankfully, it is not me putting in the attempts, because half the time I can't read my own writing, so always good to make sure things are clear on the opening, on the attempt cards.
Yeah, and they're checking it with the jury there now, and so we'll have a decision shortly.
Yeah, and you know, something as simple as that can make a huge difference. I don't know what's going on, but let's just say that let's say that the opening, let's say the warm-ups don't feel very good, and you're pretty tired or something's going wrong, maybe an injury, maybe a tweak, and you want to lower your opener. If you don't put that in before the correct time, you can't change. That might be a big mistake, you know, so let's hope it's nothing that's a big deal, and that things are going to get fixed up as we get ready for the 120 class to begin.
So if it's, you know, if you're waiting for Group A, it's about 3 minutes before.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And then if it's a Group B, then it's before the 3rd last lifter.
3rd last lifter from the bottom. That's right.
Yep.
So we are going to 30 kilos on the bar for our opening attempt flight B for Snell from Canada.
Okay.
So the lifter has changed then.
It seems that things are, it seems that everything has changed. We had basically the jury and the scorekeeper. There's a few things going on, but either way, we are looking at Steve Snell coming up from Team Canada with his opening attempt of 230 kilos. Again, these big men getting tired in this fast and furious session. You're going to want to come out and get on the board. So let's see how Steve's opening attempt here goes. Steve's having a great day.
50 kg below his personal best for deadlifts, so hopefully.
Yeah, it should be a good pull for him. Let's see how things go.
Yeah.
And again, we never know what goes on in the warm-up room. You know, well done, Steve. I think that should be a good attempt.
There we go.
Yeah, Arlene, you know, we've both been in the back room many times. I've been there as a coach on a lifter, and you never know what happens in terms of people, injuries, fatigue, just don't know. But either way,
And the bar can feel heavy, it can feel
yeah,
heavy, and
yeah.
it can feel light, and then you just have to go accordingly.
yeah, so We are back now, right? Jonathan Macias now. So there wasn't a temp change put in because Jonathan was the original first one to open, but now Jonathan's up next. Jonathan Macias, Team Mexico, 240. He's going to want to get this attempt so he can get on the board. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see if that plays a role. Basically, Arlene did a good point there, pointing out that if you notice that Jonathan has knee sleeves on, but his socks are very low, you want to have the socks generally are supposed to come up to the knees so that they're going to protect the shins. So we'll see if the TC or anybody calls him on that for the next one. I think they will. That's a good pickup, Arlene.
Yeah,
maybe you can explain the rule real quick.
Yeah, for the deadlift, the knee sleeves have to be, or the socks have to be up to the knees, and they can't be touching the knee sleeves. But I did see the technical controller going over to the jury table, so I'm not sure what they're gonna.
Yeah, we'll see this attempt now from Timothy Mercer, and then we'll come back and have a little chat about that. 270 on the bar for Timothy, having a great day from Team USA. Boom!
Oh, look at that.
3 white lights as we see the replay here.
Oh, yeah.
So let's chat about the deadlift socks. In that situation, for anybody listening, let's say you got your squat socks on and you didn't bring a pair of backup deadlift socks or something like that. Little tip, you can haul off your deadlift shoes and cut your socks. Cut the toes out of your socks and then haul those socks up as high as you need them. And you'll then be in the rules and you'll be totally okay. So anybody out there listening, if that ever happens, just cut your socks a little bit and haul them up, and then away to go.
The things you learn at the powerlifting meet.
I've been at the sport for a long time, and I'm always learning. Big Mike next to me, I'm learning from him all day as we get ready for Ryan Stinn, Team Canada, 275 on the bar. Ryan should be no problem here, showing a PR of 305. So let's see how this 275 goes for him. Looking strong.
Look pretty easy. Yep, 3 white lights.
Looking
3 white
good.
lights for Ryan.
And again, if you are on the live stream, watching the show, watching the lifting, we would love to hear from you. Drop a comment. Tell us where you're from. Tell us who you are cheering for. We would love to hear from you as we get ready for Colin Power, Team Ireland.
Colin's having a great day.
Yeah. Showing some great lifting technique.
Yep.
Skill, and again, I'm going to give a shout out to the coaching team as well, because you'd never really see the coaches never really get enough respect. In Team Ireland, and the lifters from Team Ireland are making really good attempt selection today, which is very important. So let's see this attempt now for Colin. 280.
Looks pretty solid.
Yeah.
Looks pretty solid and smooth. Yeah, 3 white lights.
On the board, securing a total. And we'll see the replay here. It's looking pretty fast.
Yeah, that bar staying on the legs. Nice
As
and
we
tight.
move into Olof Arvidsson from Sweden, 282. This will temporarily move him into 3rd place in total. He's got a listed PR of 300, so 282.5 should be pretty good for him, Arlene.
He should be able to. But as we said, depends on the day.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I think Olaf, he's intense. He's ready to go.
Big man.
Long way up.
Woo.
Giant of a man.
Yeah, he is literally a giant. Let's see how this 282.5 goes for Olof Arvidsson from Sweden.
There you go.
We'll see what the referees say. The lockout maybe a little bit.
Bit of a hit.
Nope, they saw it. It was
good
good.
lift.
Yep.
It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a long ways to go. Dragging that bar up.
He is literally a giant, but that was a good attempt from Olof as we move into Kenneth Cameron, Team USA, 295 on the bar. Second heaviest open in the 120 class. Showing a PR of 315, so this should be well in his ability for an opening attempt. As Kenneth gets ready here now, setting up for his pull. He's using that nasty hook grip. If anybody out there likes that hook grip, you guys are a crazy bunch. Crazy hook rippers. As we see Kenneth Cameron take this attempt.
Look at that bar.
Looking
good,
strong.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Made easy work of that. 2-1.
Yeah, maybe a little bit on the lockout there, but he got that attempt. We'll watch the replay, Arlene, and see what we see. Maybe a bit of knees or shoulders. Knees a little, but...
Yeah, sometimes when the shoulders go back at the top, it tends to make the knees go a bit soft, but maybe that's what they saw. But anyway, 2-1, we're
He's
good to
got
go.
it, yep. As we get ready for Jesus Prieto from Spain, a big man, 300 kilos coming out. The coach is screaming at him. Let's see how this 300 goes for Jesus. He is already... He needs this just to secure his championship. Yeah, might be.
Yeah. Was there any up and down there? Oh,
2-1.
Yeah.
So that gets him his total and secures his. Yeah, because I don't. Well, yeah, no, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to catch him according to this. He's just pulled away in the total, and with all 3 lifters on the board, I think that's going to secure his world championships. So congrats, Jesus. We have 1 lifter left in the 120 kilo class, and that is Ryan Stills from USVI. 310 kilo opening attempt. Ryan showing some great lifting skill and strength today. As we get that bar loaded, spotters and loaders hustling, working hard. My buddy Phil Han has been hustling all week. The bar is loaded for Ryan Stills, Team USVI, US Virgin Islands, 310 kilos on the bar. Your house, we have the one and only Superman David Ricks coaching, saying, your house, get tight.
Yeah, he knows a bit about deadlifting.
Hey, he knows a little bit about lifting, hey? 310 for Ryan Stills. Wedging in. Looks strong, but...
Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
2-1.
I think at the top it was a little... But let's see on the replay.
You see how that leg stays back? I haven't seen that too many times when it comes up as he lifts.
I just saw that little bobble at the top, and sometimes, you know, the platform can sometimes get a little wonky. Sometimes with the bars over the week kind of like hitting the floor, sometimes the floor can get a little bit off. So as they clean the bar, for anybody out there, you know, I mean, these guys are the best in the world, the best masters lifters in the world, but anybody watching, sometimes if you come out and take an attempt and you find that the floor just doesn't feel quite right, give that bar a little kick and move the bar towards the front of the platform or the back of the platform, which will then give you sometimes a little bit more secure footing.
Yeah, it's your bar.
Yeah, you know, give it a little
platform.
kick, move it wherever you want it. As we get ready for Steve Snell from Team Canada. Steve having a great day. Going to be basically just securing his 3rd place. Got it moving.
Yeah. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it should be a good attempt.
Solid, yeah.
He's
Nice lock out.
taking a little breath as he walks off the platform. These Masters men 105, 120s, and 120 plus are working hard today. Like it is.
Oh, as you've been saying, like it's a fast turnaround.
Yeah.
So.
One flight, or sort of like, you know, usually they're not getting much of a break in between. And
I think you changed the socks too.
what's that? Did that change? Yeah, good pick. Yeah. I wonder if they cut the toes out or if they just stretched them up or just stretched them up. Jonathan Macias, Team Mexico, 247.5 on the bar. Dragging it up, gets it going.
There you go. Come on, lock her out.
And referees, red lights.
Yeah, good for him.
The lift is good. Great job.
285 kilos, please, for Mercer.
Oh yeah. Here's Timothy going to put on a show for us. He's an entertaining lifter.
Oh yeah, is he ever?
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
Everybody has their own personality when it comes to lifting. Some are kind of quiet and stoic. Some are like, you know, happy and, you know, everything else. But it's your time on the platform. You work hard for it, so enjoy it.
Go over it.
Yeah, be yourself and have some fun out there. as we get ready for Timothy Mercer.
Yeah, he's intense.
Getting fired up.
Yeah.
285 on the bar, representing Team USA. This will move him temporarily into 3rd place in the deadlift. Oh.
Looks pretty good. Let's see what they say. That man is pumped.
Let's
he
go.
Is pumped.
Looking good as we move into Ryan Stin from Team Canada. 290 on the bar. Ryan's making attempts and building his total. Ryan's also going to be competing again on Saturday in the equipped powerlifting. So, you know, one thing to come out here and compete once, to then have to turn around and do it again a couple of days later is no easy feat.
Yeah. In your experience, how does that work now? Do they save some for the equipped, or they do it all?
It's going to depend on. Yeah, it's going to depend on the lifter. I mean, Ryan's probably going to make his attempts now, knowing his positioning of where he is in the standings. He's not going to be able to catch up to Jesus. So he's probably going to leave a little in the tank to steal a little one from Kazmaier, leave a little in the tank, and then maybe go as hard as he needs in the equipped championship. I think that's a good attempt by Ryan. But either way you look at it, whether they're going all out or conserving, to come out and lift again and make 9 heavy attempts here in the classic, and then you have to make 9 attempts in the equipped.
Yeah. But again, when you look at the the competitors, it's just very smart attempt choices. You do what you got to do. And it's not about just coming out here and maxing out and going all out, which a lot of people think it is. It's not. It's smart attempt selection, putting on numbers that you need, putting on attempts that you can probably make, and adjusting as the day goes on. As we get ready for the giant Olof Ardvinsson from Sweden, 297.5 on the bar. He's looking pretty calm out there. You could almost hear the vertebrae creak.
Yeah. My back's feeling it, and I'm not even lifting yet. 297.5 for Olof from Team Sweden.
I enjoy watching him lift.
Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be a good attempt.
He's got a long way to pull, but he does it well.
3 white lights. That's awesome to see. Yeah.
As we talking about as we watch Olaf's replay here, but talking about equipped, anybody who knows anything about equipped powerlifting, it's it's the same thing, squat, bench, deadlift, but it's very different. It's very taxing in a whole different way. So for anybody that's doing the equipped and doing the classic, shout out to you for doing both.
Yeah, exactly. Totally agree.
And it's crazy. As we get ready now for Colin Power, Team Ireland. This will move him from 5th to 2nd in the deadlift. 2 to 1 in total. Nice number, 300 kilos.
You'll probably hear some screams there.
Yeah, and you can almost feel now as we're midway through seconds, you can almost feel like the calm before the storm as we get ready for 3rd deadlifts when things pick up. I think it's going to be a good attempt for Colin.
He made easy work of that, for sure. Let's see what they say. Yeah. He made it look easy. It's going to be interesting to see now.
And again, if you were watching the show, if you were watching the Masters World Championships here in St. John's, Newfoundland, if you were on the live stream, we would love to hear from you. Drop a comment on the stream. Tell us where you're from. Tell us who you're cheering from as we get ready for Kenneth Cameron coming out now, his 2nd attempt. This will move him in 2nd place in the deadlift temporarily and 3rd place in the overall.
Calm, cool, and collected. Yeah.
And talking about being calm, like you only have so much energy, so you gotta save it for when you need it, and you're gonna need it when you get the 3rd deadlifts. So if you gas out early, it's gonna be a mistake. So we'll see if these guys have paced themselves a little bit as we get ready for Kenneth Cameron, Team USA. 305 on the bar.
He made that look sweet.
Let's see what the referees say here, Arlene.
There you go, 2 to 1.
Yeah, I think it's the same call as last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. From Spain, following him, Stills.
Jesus Prieto Freire from Spain, jumping up 10. He has already pretty much secured his championship here. He's ran away with it. He has now got 310 on the bar. Oh, no, big bag. Getting his grips. Let's see how this deadlift goes for Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Just a little bobble at the top. That might
See
cost
what
him,
happens.
Arlene.
Yeah, I think. See what happens if they caught it.
Whoop!
Oh, 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
He's walking away happy. I'm keeping my eye on the jury. Yeah, nobody's doing much, so that's going to be a good attempt for him as we watch the replay. Good job. Well, you don't want red lights. You'll take 2-1 any day.
No, exactly.
It looked like at the top it wasn't so much of an issue technically as sometimes what's called basically just the settling of the bar,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep,
which is allowed. It's when you can lock it out, you know, it can settle at the top, so it's not necessarily the up and down,
exactly.
you know.
Not an up and down. So I mean, they have the experience. They know what they're looking for. So you know, we're so lucky to have such experienced referees and for the platform refs and for the jury.
And we'll talk reffing again in a second now as we get ready for Ryan Still's USVI 330 kilos on the bar. Mr. Ricks with the voice, 330 on the bar. Ryan Stills, this will move him temporarily into first place. In the total, first in the deadlift already.
Oh yeah.
Gets a down command. Let's see what the referees say, Arlene.
Yeah.
2-1. He's happy with that one.
Yeah.
Let's talk reffing for a second, Arlene. Have you ever had the opportunity to be in the chair? Have you ever done any reffing?
No, I've been behind the plate for umpiring for baseball and softball, but not in the chair. No,
Yep.
no, sir.
So,
no, sir. Haven't you?
Yeah, I've got some opportunities. I'm working now. I got my provincial, and I'm working towards my national, and then hopefully working towards the international. And speaking of refereeing, the big man to my left here, the one and only Mike Zawinski, the man who wears many hats in the sport of powerlifting, quite the accomplished lifter and referee as well.
Wow.
Mike is hanging out here, kind of like running the show. Spent many hours in the chair and has done some of the biggest lift-offs in the IPF and some of the biggest bench presses as well. Mike, me and you have to have a chat soon, and look at the thumbs up from the big man as we get ready for Steve Snell. Third attempt's coming up.
You see that Jesus scratched him.
Yeah, he passed. He has no reason to take that attempt.
Exactly.
He's got what he needs as we see Steve Snell coming up. His last deadlift of the World Championships in his home country of Canada.
Yeah, Steve's been strong.
242.5. He's just going to want to get this to finish 3 for 3.
Oh, look at that. Come on.
Showing some heart out there. Well done. Garrett Bentley nodding his head.
Yeah.
Great job, Steve and Garrett.
Yeah, fantastic meet. Fantastic.
Jonathan Macias coming up from Mexico, jumping up to 252.5 on his next attempt. Maybe, Aline, you'll have to spend some time in the chair. It'll give you a completely different perspective of lifting and, learning so much about it. It's
Well, you talked about that rule book earlier. I'm not quite sure I can master that thing.
It's funny. I take that rule book every time that I'm coaching. That rule book goes with me everywhere I go. And today when I was getting ready, I was like, I don't need this today. I'm not coaching. So I left it on my table, but I'll be bringing it with me tomorrow when I come to the competition. Got most of it memorized, but it's always good to have. As we get ready for Jonathan Macias, Mexico, 252.5 on the bar. Jonathan having a good day. Going to want to finish this attempt now, leave it all on the platform, representing Team Mexico. Little bobble or settling at the top.
Let's see.
Oh, good one there.
Good finish. He's a happy man. Another happy man.
3 white lights as we see the replay, and we'll see that bar settle at the top.
He did.
Yeah. 3 white lights from the best referees in the world. He's going to be happy with that attempt, going 3 for 3 on deadlifts. As they clean the bar, maybe Arlene, quickly, you could talk about what's going on now here in third attempts in the deadlifts.
Yeah, before the third attempts in the deadlift, they always clean the bar, and I was spotting and loading at the last session, and that was my job. So.
That gives you another perspective of the competition.
Sure does, yeah.
There are so many people that go into making an event like this happen.
There's Tim again.
Timothy Mercer, Team USA, 297.5 on the bar.
He's like a panther.
Yeah, he's one to get this attempt, which will then move him temporarily into third place in the overall position.
Yeah.
going for that bronze medal on the podium. Let's see how this 297.5
look,
goes.
he's flying. Oh, not sure. No.
Just a bit too much.
Yeah.
Lost his grip.
Yeah.
No lack of heart from Timothy today. A great showing.
Frustrating. Just see what we see might happen, because if he's looking at his hand at the end, I don't know if he ripped something or not. Lost his grip. Oh, yeah.
You know, and while we have a second, the Eleiko bars are the best bars in the world. Eleiko, always an amazing sponsor and do the best equipment. But when you use an Eleiko bar, it is a very grippy, gnarly bar.
Yeah, it is.
Heavy deadlifts can sometimes take a toll on your hands, you know?
It does.
Weight stays the same, but the lot numbers mean that Arvidson's going to pull first. 310.
I am taking a little break here with the one and only world champion, Kim Walford. Hi, Kim. Always a pleasure, and congratulations to you. We will chat soon. Kimberly Walford, a legend in the sport of powerlifting. She pulled a world record earlier in the deadlift, walked home as a world championship.
Yeah, it made it look like just a walk in the park. Pretty amazing athlete. We have an attempt change here now.
And we've got a change coming up.
Yeah.
Swedish coach, can you please come to the table? Swedish coach to the table.
So let's see now what's going on with the change as they clean that bar. As you were saying earlier, Arlene, they're going to clean the bar with every attempt on thirds.
Yeah. And I mean, the other thing, if the bar does get chalky at other times, if the athlete does ask for in the second attempts for it to be clean, and the technical controller then has to tell you.
Yep.
So yeah. So.
As we get ready for Olof Arvidsson.
7.5 kilos for Arvidsson, Sweden. Third attempt, bar is loaded.
The bar is loaded for Olof Arvidsson from Sweden. 307.5 kilos on the bar. He's going to want to make this attempt because this will move him temporarily into second place in the deadlift. The giant from Sweden. Let's see this setup again. He's a big man. You can almost
it's a long way up,
feel the energy and the intensity. He's looking confident up there.
Crack.
He's going to want to pull this. This will move him into silver medal position in the deadlift. Let's see Olof. 307.5 on the bar. Yeah, strong deadlift. Let's see a little bit of settling at the top. Let's hopefully... 3.
Yeah.
One called him for a bobble, but you know what? You'll take 2 to 1 any day.
Yeah, he's thanking the spotters and loaders. He's happy to end the day like that.
Oh, he had a great day lifting. Congratulations, Olof, on a great day
look at
lifting.
this now.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a battle going on here for... Well, basically, this is going to move Ryan... and again, you were saying a few minutes ago about, do you conserve or you're lifting again or whatnot. So now is when what we were talking about matters, because Ryan's going to jump from 290 to 310, which will then move him into gold medal in the deadlift. So, there's times to conserve and there's times to put it on, and he's putting it on now. So let's see Ryan Stinn, Team Canada, 310 kilos on the bar.
His lifts have looked pretty easy so far, so I think he's going to be able to get this.
Hometown crowd getting behind him here, Arlene.
Yeah.
Let's go, Ryan Stinn. Also a 5 kilo PR.
He's visualizing that bar.
Gold medal pull in the deadlift. Let's go, Ryan Stinn.
Here we go.
Gets it moving all the way through. I think that he's got that. He's pumped. Let's see what the referees say.
Yeah, that's a good lift.
And the lift is good. Congratulations, Ryan Stinn, Team Canada. Walk away with a gold medal in the deadlift.
Now, in this instance now, if the lifter from Spain hadn't scratched, you would have seen him make an attempt change.
Yeah, he could have done it, but he probably doesn't care about the deadlift gold overall.
He got it all.
Yeah, he's got his world championship.
Yeah.
And while you want to walk home with a gold medal in each individual event, there is nothing better than standing on the top of the podium at the overall.
The world champion.
Yeah, world champion.
Yeah.
So Jesus could have challenged in the deadlift, but he probably got what he wanted.
I think so.
And also, too, it also then Ryan gets to walk away with gold.
There you
So
go.
right,
Share
so
the wealth.
yeah, who knows what's going on? But either way, Ryan Stin walks away with a gold medal in the deadlift. Jesus walks away with the world championship.
Yeah.
And Ryan will be back on Saturday as we get ready for Kenneth Cameron, Team USA, his third pole of the day, 3:12.5, Team USA. This will move him into second place in the deadlift, going from bronze to silver, so he's going to want to make this attempt. Gets it moving, drags it up.
He's moving fast.
Sticking with the lift.
Oh, he's got to lock it out.
Just a little bit more. No lift, but a great attempt. As we had a change now coming up.
So, 312.5 kilos on the bar, please, for Power from Ireland.
Colin Power, as they clean the bar. Colin Power from Ireland having a great day so far, Arlene.
So did he increase that, or did he go down with it after that last pull?
Probably went down. I didn't see what he had put in, but
I was thinking he went down after that failed attempt,
Take what you need.
The deadlifts is just I think you can make up to 3 changes.
3 changes, but the bar can't go down once it's loaded up to a certain lift. And real quickly, Arlene, before we get going, I'm going to give a shout out to Team Ireland coaching. I've been watching the coaching from Team Ireland all week, and they've been doing a great job with the communication, the lifters, and the attempt selection. So let's see now, Colin Power, Team Ireland. He's going to come out on his third and pole. This will move him from 4th to 2nd in the deadlift. He's going to want this one.
He does. He's had an excellent meet so far, so hopefully he can finish this one strong.
Finish strong here, Colin Power. Team Ireland, 312.5 on the bar, going for a silver medal in the deadlifts, 4th to 2nd.
It's coming up fast. It's going fast.
You're looking pretty strong. Let's see what the referees say.
Yeah, 2-1. Good lift. Good lift. And we have an attempt change. This is where the fun starts in these things. It's over there at the attempt table. It ends up being a pretty busy spot.
So we have 1 attempt left, and that is... Wow.
He's gone up from, what's it, 340?
350 coming up. Ryan Stills, USVI. He's already first in the deadlift, first in the total.
Yeah.
So he's put in 350. This will, this will secure his, got a spot. So let's see how this 350 goes. Ryan put in a change, trying to figure out why. Maybe he just wants to go for something here.
Yeah.
But as they clean the bar and get ready for the last deadlift.
No.
So, so we'll see now how things go for Ryan. The last deadlift of this session. The bar is loaded. Ryan Stills, 350 kilos. Let's see, Arlene. Last deadlift for us here at the World Championships for the Masters 1 men. He's going to want to finish strong, go out on a shield. 350 kilos for Ryan Stills, USVI.
He's giving us a show, and that's what we're here for.
Big attempt coming up. Gets it moving. Dragging it up.
Oh, no. Yeah. Just like
just a little bit. The grip and just lost it on the bar.
Yeah. And when that bar falls like that with those Alika bars, it don't tickle.
So it has been a great time here, Arlene. Did you have we had some fun? Watched some big lifting?
Fun, yeah. This is my first crack at this, so
awesome.
I enjoyed it immensely, and you're a great coach.
Thank you. We had a great time. As we recap the 2022 IPF World Classic and Equipped Masters Powerlifting Championships here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. We're looking at the 105 class with third place. It's going to be Simon from Great Britain. Second place, McLegan from Team Ireland, who are bringing the energy here all day. And then LS McLean, Team USA. And LS also is going to pick up that overall Best Lifter award for the Masters lifters. And then in the 120 kilo class, we have Cameron walking away with a bronze medal. Again, another Team Ireland lifter, Power, in second place in silver. And then Ryan Stills from USVI, who's walking away with the gold. So World Championship for Ryan Stills, World Championship for Ellis McLean. And then in the big boy categories, in the 120 plus, we have Jesus Priesto from Team Spain winning the World Championships. We have Steve Snell from Team Canada hopping on the podium, representing Team Canada well in bronze. Ryan Stinn, who in that last little bit walked away with a gold medal in the deadlifts, getting silver medal in the overall. And again, Jesus Priesto, Team Spain, walking away with a World Championship. Arlene, it's been a good one.
It's been quite a day. It's been quite a day. It doesn't get better than this. This is just high caliber lifting, and it was great to be part of it.
The best, strongest men, Masters 1 men in the world are here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada at the 2022 IPF World Championships. We would like to finish this up by saying a big thank you to all of the volunteers, the spotters, the loaders, the judges, the volunteers, and everybody who makes this World Championship the success that it has been so far. As well, we would like to give a shout out to our sponsors, Inner Strength, Newfoundland and Labrador Government, A7, EX Sports, NLPA, the CPU, Eleco, SBD, Bull, Rogue, and a big thank you to everybody on the live stream, to everybody in the audience. We thank you for your support. Powerlifting is an amazing sport and an amazing community, and we had a great day here at the Masters World Championships Powerlifting. But we are not done yet. We have the Masters women coming up next to finish the classic lifting for today. So stay tuned. We have lots of more lifting ahead.
Cheers.
All right. And presenting our awards today, we're going to have Robert Keller and our RCMP officer, Sergeant Blaine Bowmaster. All right, get us started in the 105 kilo M1, the squat. Third place, Karel Rada, Czechia, 270 kilos. Our silver medal, Anthony McLegan, Ireland, 270 kilos. And the gold medal, L.S. McLean, United States, 292.5 kilos. Congratulations, athletes. Thank you. All right, and on to the bench press. The 105 kilo M1, bronze medal in the bench press, Scott Simon, Great Britain, 195 kilos. And the silver medal, Anthony McLegan, Ireland, 207.5 kilos. And the gold medal, United States, L.S. McLean, 217.5 kilos. Thank you, athletes. Now on to the 105 kilo M1 deadlift results. Bronze medal, Karel Rada, Czechia, 285 kilos. And the silver medal, United States, L.S. McLean, 320 kilos. And the gold medal of the deadlift, Anthony McLegan, Ireland, 322.5 kilos. All right, and our total 105 kilo M1 results. Bronze medal from Great Britain, Scott Simon, with a total of 745 kilos. And our silver medal, Anthony McLegan from Ireland, 800 kilo total. And our gold medal from the United States, L.S. McLean, 830 kilo total. If everyone could please stand for the playing of the United States national anthem. Congratulations, athletes. All right, we're going to go on to the 120 M1 class. In the squat, bronze medal, Timothy Mercer, United States, 262.5 kilos. And the silver medal, Colin Power, Ireland, 310 kilos. And the gold medal, Ryan Stills, U.S. Virgin Islands, 310 kilos. Bench. And we're going to go to bench press results for the 120 M1. Bronze medal, Timothy Mercer, USA, 182.5 kilos. And our silver medal, Ryan Stills, U.S. Virgin Islands, 190 kilos. And the gold medal in the bench press, Colin Power, Ireland, 202.5 kilos. And our deadlift results in the 120 kilo M1 class. Bronze medal, Olaf Arvidsson, Sweden, 307.5 kilos. And the silver medal, Colin Power, Ireland, 312.5 kilos. And the gold medal in the deadlift, Ryan Stills, U.S. Virgin Islands, 330 kilos. All right, and we'll move on to the M1 120 kilo class total. Bronze medal, Kenneth Cameron, United States, 740 kilo total. Silver medal, Colin Power, Ireland, 325 kilos. I don't think it's all luck of the Irish. I think you guys are strong too. And gold medal, 120 kilo M1, Ryan Stills, U.S. Virgin Islands, 830 kilos. And if everyone could please stand for the playing of the national anthem of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Thank you, athletes. Congratulations. All right, one more. 120 plus kilo class, M1 in the squat. Bronze medal, Steve Snell from Canada, 255 kilos. And our silver medal, also from Canada, Ryan Stinn, 270 kilos. And our gold medal, Jesus Daniel Preto Frere from Spain with a new world record, 365.5 kilo squat. Congratulations. And on to the bench press. Bronze medal, Jesus Daniel Prieto Frere, Spain, 185 kilos. Bronze medal. And our silver medal, Ryan Stinn, Canada, 190 kilos. And our gold medal in the bench press, Steve Snell, Canada, 192.5 kilos. And on to our deadlift results. Bronze medal, Steve Snell, Canada, 242.5 kilos. And our silver medal, Jesus Daniel Prieto Frere, Spain, 310 kilos. And our gold medal in the deadlift, also with 310 kilos, winning on body weight, Ryan Stinn, Canada. Congratulations. And our total, 120 plus kilo M1 total results. Bronze medal, Canada, Steve Snell, 690 kilo total. And silver medal, also Canada, Ryan Stinn, 770 kilo total. And our gold medalist from Spain, Jesus Daniel Prieto Frere, 860.5 kilo total. And if everyone could please stand for the playing of the national anthem from Spain. Congratulations, athletes. Now please give our athletes another round of applause as our TC escorts them off of the platform and we get ready for our next session. Congratulations, athletes.